Welcome everyone to Wine, Weed, and Whispers. I'm your host Taylor.
And I'm your host, Cass.
Yay! All right, let's get into our wine and our weed. So today I'm drinking this XXL wine. My
Mm-hmm.
auntie, my auntie actually put me on it. She bought me some, and it was the pineapple kind. Today I'm drinking the peach, but it's really good and it's 16%, so it's pretty high.
Pretty good. Wow.
Yeah, and you don't know it. Like if you don't look, you probably wouldn't know because it's so sweet. But
Mm-hmm.
I usually don't do sweet wine, but here I am. So,
It sounds pretty delicious, though.
yep. Well, what are you smoking today?
So I have OG Kush right here, but I also have a cannabis soda, a cannabis infused soda. So this is a root beer. It's by Keef.
What?
Yep.
Okay, so what's the brand? Keef?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Cannabis soda. I want to try it.
It's not bad.
So, how concentrated is it?
It's like 100 milligrams a can, so we'll see how much I get through by the end of this episode.
Cassidy. Cassidy about to be high as a kite. You're hilarious.
Consider
Okay.
this your belated 420 episode.
Right. Right. Okay, y'all. Let me go ahead and pour up. Cause I'm finna stay on. I'm finna stay up there with you. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. This is
So
going to
just
be hilarious.
just as high as you get, that's how drunk I'm getting.
This is
Okay.
gonna be funny. This is gonna be hilarious.
Okay. Well, let's get to our current events. So, our book for the month of May, our monthly book, is The Gentlest of Monsters by
What
Sydney
the
Leo.
fuck?
Period. And it ain't even out yet. I've been reading it, y'all. It comes out next month, Juneteenth, to be exact.
She crazy.
And I just so happen to be in the acknowledgments. So yeah, that's our book of the month. But y'all can't get it yet. So I feel so exclusive.
Yes, you have been given a what's it called? A proof copy.
A proof copy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it. I don't know why you acting crazy. You knew that was gonna be the book of the month
I'm just
at
like,
some point.
why is she the way that she is?
But yeah, y'all. It's a pretty good book so far. I'm very interested. So it's giving very much mystery. A little gory too.
A little.
A little bit of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I like that it's set in New Orleans as of now, because from what I've seen, it goes elsewhere.
Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, I like that we're in New Orleans at the moment, because I only went once, but I had a ball.
It's on my bucket list of places to go. What the fuck is happening with this game?
Did you get shot?
No, it's police officer simulator, and so like this person like was like stole a car and they fled, and then like their car just spun up. It was it was the most bizarre. Like, you good?
Right. Is you cool?
Like, ho, is you cool? You know, we're just gonna go to Grand Theft Auto and go back to being a criminal.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I went once. And you know what's so wild? I'll see like TikToks now about don't go to the end of Bourbon Street. Like I guess there's just some kind of like superstition about that. It's so wild because a man dead ass tried to like walk with me all the way down to the end of Bourbon Street, and I was drunk as hell. But something said, stop right here. And I turned right back around.
You know
I
what I'm
said,
saying? Like,
something told me. I was like, ah.
Like, I want to go, but I'm also like, I'm not, like, don't fucking touch me. Like, I don't know you. Who are you? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm only going for food and to just people watch, but I'm not finna go wandering nowhere. Like, New Orleans is that one place I'm like, if you're a skeptic, like, maybe you just should just leave it alone. Just don't go. Like, I don't
Mm,
know. Like, I feel like that is a skeptic trap right there. You're
yeah,
going to run up on something, and then next thing you know, you're seeing shadow people.
yeah. Something told me. Something was just like, oh, turn back around. Cause
Mm-hmm.
at this point, we were kind of far from my friends, and like, yeah, we got our phones and everything, but I was just like, that something about this ain't sitting right with me. Cause why you want
Mm-hmm.
to walk so far?
And you're a stranger. I'm suspicious of strangers, though. Period. Like, I'm always just like, I don't freaking know you, sir. That's my purse. I don't know you.
That's my first. Yeah. I mean, for the most part though, everybody was cool, but I remember like just looking at, the city and everything. I was like, damn, I wouldn't mind wanting to like moving here. And everybody who was from there was like, no, don't you do it. I guess they knew I was serious. Because this was back in undergrad. I really would have moved just because
To
I
New
ain't have the
Orleans?
sense. Yeah. If I ain't had nothing else to do, but see, then I had got accepted to UNLV, so I was like, I'm moving there. But I ain't have good sense, girl. I would have moved just for the adventure.
New Orleans feels like that place. Like, if you were born there, you were supposed to be born there.
Yeah.
And if you move there, I feel like specific things will happen that ordains you to move there.
Yeah, they said you're supposed to be called.
Yeah. I know I know it's somebody like, y'all putting way too much into this. And I'm like, I don't care. On this podcast, we are very spiritual people and open to stuff. And I'm sorry, New Orleans is that place. I'm like, if you go to visit, you better act accordingly and just, you don't move there on a whim.
Yeah, you don't. You have to feel the draw. Like you have
Mm-hmm.
to feel drawn to it. New Orleans will call you.
Yes.
Period. So, however y'all want to take that, that's y'all business, girl. We warned y'all.
Now that's the one. What you
Mm-hmm.
do with that, now what you do with that information is up to you.
That's your business. Can't help you
Cause yeah,
turn.
I didn't heard you got to be careful even like what the apartments you rent because you don't know what went down in that apartment before you got there. And I was like, I don't have time for that because I don't want to rent something. And next thing I know, I'm like I got bipolar disorder. I don't need to think I'm seeing from
Yeah.
the corner of my eye because I know me. I'm gonna be like, is that meds? Am I tripping? Like, oh God, I'm going back to
Right.
Vegas. Like that's all I would need. That's all it would take me to be like, nope, I'm going back to Vegas. Not a good look.
Yep. Not in the mood.
Nope. 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 Nope.
Nah, I feel that. I definitely feel that. I mean, honestly, but that's with anywhere you move, though. You got to make sure you sage the place and cleanse the energy, have it fumigated, whatever the hell you want to do. So, well, yeah, that's our book of the month. So go get it next month. Hello. All right. It is mental health. Oh, did you want to say anything, Miss Author?
No. Sorry. I am a educator by day, so I'm trying to get through the school year, but I will announce a pre-order link soon. Lately, though, these freaking kids have stressed me out so bad this year that I'm just like, yeah, I have not been in author mode. So I'm like, thank you for reminding me. Hey, I should probably promote that bitch, huh?
You know what? I posted. Golly. You get on my nerves. Wait, so do you, as a school counselor, do you attend the graduations?
Oh my god, I have to work that day. Are you kidding?
Okay, I was just wondering because some people don't be going, but that be like parapros and stuff like that. The teachers and the counselors they usually go.
Yeah,
So
I always have to go. Like as a counselor, I'm like expected to go. I think it would be bad form if you don't. It's bad form, I think, if you don't go as a
yeah,
school counselor because you kind of have been supervising that child's like entire education for however long you've had them. So yeah. But yeah, I go. I have to work it. Usually, I have to hand out diplomas, make sure they're all lined up properly.
Hmm.
Make sure ain't nobody who shouldn't be there hasn't tried to sneak in. You know, it's like, motherfucker, you is not getting no goddamn diploma. Go
Not
out.
today.
Nope. Nope.
Cassidy be like, I told you that 2 months ago.
I still got people that I'm like, why are we acting surprised? Like we. So I got one more week, and then I got one last week of just wrapping stuff up, and then I'm on summer break, and woo, I have earned it.
You have been working your
These
ass
kids
off.
have me like just yeah, just
Did you do basketball this year?
hell no. I did BSU, which wasn't bad, but like also it's wrangling children and it's annoying. They kids. I don't care how old they are. Dealing with children is annoying. Kids are annoying.
Yeah. Yeah.
You adore them, but they're fucking annoying.
It make your nerves bad.
And then when they big kids, it's like they big enough for you to be like, knock that mess off. Like I can be like, knock that mess off. Like when they little, you can't do that. But when they big, it's like, boy, punch you in your neck. Get in line.
You gotta threaten them.
You gotta threaten them for them to understand. You can't go, oh honey. You have to be like, get in line. Ain't nobody playing with you. Dang, chill.
They so funny with that.
If y'all saw me as a counselor, y'all be like, them kids be stressing her out. But
That's why she be smoking. You probably get home and just light it up.
just, oh my God, I'm like, where's my pen? Fuck. Shit.
They get on your nerves. That's
God.
funny. Yeah, that's probably like one part that I do, that I did miss. Like, even though I was working in the middle school though, so I don't know if they did graduations or not. I know when I was in middle school, we had a
Mm-hmm.
graduation. So, yeah, that's one part I didn't get to do because I left. But, but it sounded like it would have been fun. I don't know.
It,
Just seeing
it's
your
really,
kids be grown, you know?
it's sweet, especially the kids where it's like we had to. It's like they pulled like a 3 point at the buzzer, like a 3 point shot at the buzzer type of graduation. So I'm like, you did it. You stressed me out to the end, but you did it.
Yeah, that was me
You
in
know,
undergrad.
yeah. In high school, I feel like in high school, it's just like, bruh. I don't know. Sometimes my mom was just kind of like, just show up, sit your ass down, do the work, give just half of a shit, and then you can get a diploma.
Hello. It don't
I
take
didn't need to
much.
give a full shit, just give a half of a shit.
It don't take much. Post Bush, it don't take much.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if we rewound education to like 10 years ago for when we were in high school, oh,
Girl.
them kids would be like, what do you mean 3 days and this is zero?
Because yeah.
What do you mean I can't graduate if I don't score high enough on my proficiency exam? Because we want to make sure we don't let out literal idiots.
Exactly. They was not playing with us.
I'm
The
like,
only time I got any kind of slack was probably in chemistry and pre-cal. And that was because it was chemistry and pre-cal. Like,
exactly. Exactly. Because it's like, it's pre-calc. Like, if you're taking pre-calc, I'm not really going to hold you up too much because you got all the way up to pre-calc.
mm-hmm.
Like, that's not a child who's just fucking around. That's a child who's been obviously doing stuff the last few years. You're not going to,
Exactly.
you know what I'm saying? Like, a slacker is not going to take pre-calc. I can attest to that. Trust me.
Yeah.
Um, but I didn't even take pre-calc. I took like math studies, but my parents like understood like, look, as long as I don't get a D or an F, dude,
Yeah.
like math and science were the two subjects I was allowed to like. If I got a C, they know that it was a hard-earned C. Don't press me.
Yeah. It was the AP track. To be honest, like if I wasn't in AP, I would never have chosen it. I did not want to take that, but that was like the track we was on, and so it was like we ain't had no other option. It was low key
Yeah,
annoying,
that was
but
I was IB, so that was like it been. honestly, having IB, like, have it, like, my mom especially, she just understood, like, I'm not gonna press her too much about difficulty, because I know this shit is.
Yeah, and I was like, if IB is harder than AP, like I'm glad that shit. Because okay, in our school, we didn't have IB until we were. My class was on the way out when they started to develop it. I was glad for that because I was like, if it's harder than what we already doing, baby, count me out. I don't want to do this no more.
That shit is. I think my senior year, I was averaging like 10 hours of sleep a week. There was a night I stayed up till like 4 o'clock in the morning doing a DNA project, and my daddy still made me go to church the next day.
Oh, he play a lot.
Fuck it. That's what
Uh-uh.
I'm saying. Bald headed demon. You
Bald
bald
head
headed.
whole shit.
You bald headed demon. I'm like, I can't.
Of course, he's bald headed. You never told me that before, but it makes so much sense. Of
I
course, he
just
is bald headed.
I just remember that, and I just remember like as like an adult, I'm always just like I couldn't have got an excuse. I couldn't have got an excuse that day.
Yeah, I
Like
definitely would have.
I think I watched like 4 movies. I think that's the first time I ever watched Love Jones, and I realized I hated it. I was doing that project.
Oh God, I didn't watch Love Jones till I was grown.
It was like 2 a.m. I'm 17. I'm like covered in hot glue and whatever other shit because I'm making a
Oh baby.
DNA model like by hand with a bunch of stuff that I had. It's a whole thing. But I remember like I was putting stuff together, and then I remember the movie, and I was like, "Is this shit still going? Are they still confused as to whether or not they should be together?" And I got pissed off.
You should have, because it
Like I
pissed
was
me
sitting
off
here
too.
like, wait a second, they're still. We're not deciding if we're gonna be together or not. Like, so I got mad. So I said I decided then and there I hated that movie.
I feel like the project had something to do with it.
Like I probably was sleep deprived, but I just remember being like, it's been like I remember like I felt like time had gone by faster than it had done, and I was like, okay, all this turmoil's happened, and we still can't make a decision on what we're gonna do with this relationship.
Girl, that's
I think
how
it's
it
when
is.
I was 17, knowing like I'm not for the on and off thing. We either gonna be together or we ain't. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, because who doing that? Who got time? I got places to go, people to see, shit to do.
But APIB, either way, we was doing extra shit that
Yeah,
it was, yeah.
the kids would cry. The
You
kids
know what
would
I'm saying?
cry
Oh, God.
because I cried. I pre-cal made me want to throw some shit. Like I was just like, what the hell going on? Because at least in chemistry, I was in good company. Like everybody struggled with chemistry. The whole grade was at school before school started, getting tutoring for chemistry. It was that bad.
Bruh,
But pre-cal,
bruh.
I was very lonely.
One of my closest friends, he's like one of my best guy friends. Homie is literally getting like a doctorate in chemistry. And like he sends like me and my other best friend, like he would send us like videos of like his experiments and shit, and then she and I would text each other like, do you know what the hell that he sending us? Like, but he says like it worked, and we're like, we're glad it worked, but we don't freaking know what it is. 'Cause we took biology. I can tell you all about a cell.
Hello.
I can tell you each and everything about why your body acts in the way it do, all of that.
I just would have said congratulations. I don't
You know what
know.
I'm saying? I'm always like, I don't know what the hell's going on, but baby, I'm proud of you.
Hello.
You know what
That
I'm
that
saying? I'm like, I'm
it goes
proud
a
of you.
long way.
You know, like I don't know what the hell I'm looking at. I remember the titration day. I came very close to like probably like the early form of crashing out.
Yeah.
Titration day, I was like, I might knock all this shit over. What the fuck do you mean it's too pink?
Right. Like what the just leave me alone. I'm kicking
Don't.
myself out of class at this point.
If you say the word titration to me, like I just. And then I remember doing it like 8 times, and then my teacher being like, "Oh, your equipment was broken. That's why it didn't work."
I'm gonna put that finger
Had
up and I'm gonna walk
had
out.
the vocabulary of I'm about to crash out. Been there back then. I would have been like that would have come out of my mouth.
Yeah. That's it. I'm knocking all this
50
shit over.
minutes thinking I'm a dumbass. Having all my friends look at me like I'm stupid. For
Right.
my teacher to look at me and go, "Oh, yours is broken. That's why it's not working."
That would have hurt my little feeling.
Yeah. I think I like had one of those like, darn, oh, let's do it. It's really too bad King Von wasn't rapping back then.
Girl, he would have had us crashing out for real. We
Oh
ain't
my
have the
god.
sense back then either.
Especially when Crazy Story came out.
Girl, you remember Rico's story by Speaker Knockers? Or did
I
you
feel
listen
like
to Speaker Knockers?
no, I did not.
Mm.
Remember, I grew up like uber Christian, so I had to sneak to listen to the stuff
Okay.
that like
Yeah.
was going on. So I couldn't listen to a lot of stuff until like college. But like I used to sneak to listen to mm, mostly just Nicki Minaj and like stuff that I knew my mom liked. So if my dad got pissed, my mom could have my back on it.
Right.
But yeah, like I was not gonna be able to listen to Kendrick Lamar or Schoolboy or what was the person you mentioned?
Speaker Knockers.
No, I wasn't gonna be able to listen to that growing up.
Yeah.
My dad would have lost his mind if I would have had the same Spotify playlist 12 years ago and my dad would have caught hold of it. Oh my god,
Yeah.
so
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I was a latchkey kid, so before they got home, I would just be listening to all the stuff. Like,
I love it.
they didn't know nothing. I hid so much so well. I was a sneaky kid. Like, I wasn't sneaking nobody in.
Hmm.
Oh, yes, I was. I wasn't sneaking out though, but I was sneaking people, but not when they was home. And it was one person. And to be honest, no, I should not have been sneaking him in. He was very, very bad.
No, I never snuck anybody in. I was just too scared of my dad. I was too like I was just like the consequence is not worth the risk. Like
Yeah.
that would have been the perfect thing for him to be like I get to annihilate her.
Mhm.
But I did used to sneak alcohol when I got older because I knew
Really?
where it was. So I used to sneak E&J and Absolute.
Ian J was
Nigga shit, nigga shit, nigga shit.
that that that. That's what Ian J is. Oh my god. I don't
Yeah,
know of any night that I've ever had E and J that I want to talk about. Like, it's it's really that
making my
serious.
chest like that.
A
Type of liquor. That's what that is.
little hair on it.
Like being a person like when you used to be like a hardcore alcoholic and now you don't drink at all, but you still know what alcohol does. Like if I see like the colors of an adios motherfucker, I'm always just like, oh, somebody don't care tonight.
That
I'm like,
adios is ridiculous. I got introduced to that in Vegas. Cause
yeah, because it's a classic Vegas drink.
yeah, cause like I went and I asked for a blue motherfucker. Cause that's what we kind of called it or whatever. And they was like, well, we got an adios. That's blue. And the adios is way stronger. Like, it's way
The new
it's
name is
too
I want a
much.
blue motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's the new name. I'm calling them. You want? Ooh, they got a blue. If I'm around you, I'm saying, ooh, they got one of them blue motherfuckers.
That used to be like the drink. Like, if you just trying to get fucked up tonight and forget everything that happens, you gonna drink your blue motherfucker. And so I asked for it. She was like, we don't have that. We got an adios though.
That's
Girl.
whew. And it looks sweet. That's the messed up part. It looks delicious.
It looked like a Jolly Rancher.
It does. That's the messed up part. It looks delicious. Them and Incredible Hulks.
I drank one of those while I was getting my nails done before. It's pretty good.
Listen, I can't talk about anybody because I've had Hypnotic. I used to drink 40 ounces.
drink 40s?
I used to drink 40s.
Cassidy, you're ghetto. Oh my God. Do you know? Like,
I used to double fist 40 ounces.
oh.
And Bud Light Limeritas. Like, I used to show up at a party with a double can of them big old Limerita cans. Ooh.
I thought I was ghetto for drinking Four Locos. No, you are ghetto. Oh,
I'm
wow.
extremely. Like, that's when people say, like, with weed, I'm more bougie about weed than I ever was with alcohol.
Yeah. I done got
Like,
to
I
a
don't, like, I don't smoke blunts with, like, tobacco. Like, I don't smoke Dutches and all that. It makes me feel sluggish and I don't feel good. I'm not doing
mm-mm.
backwoods. If your bong is dirty, not doing it.
Nope. Can't
I know
do it.
some people can't. Like, I'm glad I can handle pins. Like, pins are perfect. They don't have a lingering odor. When they're done, of course, there's ethical issues, which I do hate because the batteries, like, I hate about the. Of course, it's a part of in my environmental harm to Africa, I believe, and that part of that exploitation. So I own that part of it. Which
Yeah.
I don't like. I'm like, I always am like, why can't we get these resources without hurting people? Um,
Listen, for real.
you know, um, but yeah, it's like with alcohol, like I used to be ratchet with it.
You did.
Yeah.
Lord.
Hennessy Pure White.
That's the devil. I'll
That's
never drink that shit again.
Ooh, shit. I told my mom and my aunt, I said on our cruise, I don't know if we're gonna be allowed to because we're going to Hawaii. And with like, I don't know how that works with international law because it's illegal in the States. You can't get Hennessy Pure White, which I don't get. But
I
I was
had
like,
some before. Or I thought I did.
well, I heard you are not allowed, you cannot get it in the States. Like, if you get it,
Oh.
you have to like either sneak it back, you have to sneak it back into, um, you got to sneak it back into the country.
So
Or
I
if you're
probably
foreign,
didn't have that then. I probably had the black one.
you'll know if you had Hennessy Pure White.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember I used to see people on cruise ships buying them by the cases, which I was low key like, you got money. Uh,
Right.
but yeah, so that's a little fun fact about me. I'm a good ghetto.
Very, very ghetto. Wait, is it falling? Don't fall.
I was
You
wondering what you
know?
were looking at.
Because my brain's over here trying to fall.
She
Uh-uh.
said, "I'm fast as fuck, boy."
Right.
I blinked and she was gone, y'all.
Not today.
Yeah, I like to tell you like my old drinking story so like there's never judgment between you and I.
But see, I be knowing that anyway, though. Because you do not be judging me. You be... you be
Let me
like,
tell you
yeah, it
something.
happens.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I am a person, like, I think I have very reasonable lines when it comes to people's drinking. Like, please do not drink and drive. Please don't get arrested. Like, if you are end up on a body cam and the cops are like, like, I seen a body cam where it was one where she had to get wrapped. She kicking the seat. She screaming. They found out she, like, did a shoplifting spree.
Oh,
And she had
no.
a bottle of vodka in the side seat.
Ma'am. Ma'am.
Headbutting like, it was bad. Like, it was one of those body cams where it's like, girl, please just stop and just fight it in court.
Just go to jail. Like,
Just
just
go
go
to
to
jail.
jail.
Like, just go to jail. Take your L. Like, it's why I tell my kids, I'm like, yeah, you gotta learn how to take an L. You have to.
You do. Because you gon' take some.
Or if you're a fighter. If you fight when you get drunk, okay. And when I mean fight, like when you fight indiscriminately, like if I'm trying to calm you down and you swinging, okay, no.
That's not the vice for you. Choose another
No,
one.
you need to do something else because alcohol is not it. If every time you drink, you swing at anybody, even your friends, I can't deal with you because if you punch me, I don't care if you're drunk.
I don't care about none of that, girl.
Cause I'm gonna be like, okay, glad you're drunk, cause I'm about to hit you harder. I know you won't feel it as much.
I've never been like a fighting drunk. Like, you honestly had to make me mad. But if you do make me mad while I'm drunk, it is way worse than when I'm just regular mad.
Honestly, people say like, why don't you want to drink anymore? One time I got blackout drunk and I started like trying to fight people.
Ooh.
And that's why I say, like, don't do fighting drunk. Like, my cousins had every right to have let somebody beat my ass if I would have ended up, if it would have, because we were at one of them ratchet clubs. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like people that
Yeah.
got like probation officers type shit
Oh, yeah.
clubs.
Well, you fit right in.
You know what I'm saying? Like I never, hey, in another life, I'm trying to tell you, like, I never got in legal trouble, knock on wood, but like I've been adjacent.
I know what you mean.
You know what I'm saying? I've been adjacent. Like I'm pushing it. We were on our way, but we got our shit together quickly.
Yeah.
So
I know
it's
exactly
like,
what you mean.
yeah, but it was like weird for them to say that I was trying to fight people because I'm like, you know me, like especially like even now, even though for the most part I'm usually high, like I'm for the most part just like, hey, I'm just over here chilling. And even when I'm not high, I'm like, hey, I'm just chilling, man. I'm here to have a good time and laugh and get shit done and enjoy life and make sure everybody's cool. I don't fight.
For real.
Yeah, people are like, how come you don't drink? I'm like, I don't know. I feel like Jekyll and Hyde. My cousin says like it's like Jekyll and Hyde with you when you drink.
Yeah. I remember I used to think that about my abusive ex. I used to think like, oh, he's a different person when he drinks. Like, and I mean, yeah, but he was abusive either way. Like,
Right.
it was a thing where like I used to think that because that was when he would do the most. But
Mm-hmm.
eventually, like I saw, like that's just who he is as a person.
Mm-hmm.
He don't need liquor.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, it's like there's all that excuse can only go so far.
Yeah,
And it's like
right,
if you have that kind of reaction when you drink, it's more like, okay, so do you understand that you obviously need to take steps to make sure that doesn't happen again?
right.
If you get violent when you're drunk, okay, so I think the responsible thing is, well, one, I should probably stop drinking for a while and go to therapy
Mm-hmm.
and figure out why when I get intoxicated, this part of me comes out. Why are my inhibitions letting this come out when I get drunk? But no, it happens
Yeah.
anyway. So it's like it's happening because it's already there.
Cause I used to think like, oh, it's only when he mixes liquor, and then he stopped mixing liquor, and then he would still do the same thing when he would drink the same liquor all night. And then I was like, maybe it's just liquor altogether. Maybe you just need to drink beer, and then still then. So it's just like, you know what?
Yeah, and it's like the liquor is just simply this is the camouflage for, or the excuse for, oh no no no, I'm not really like that, I just drink. And when
Mm-hmm.
I don't drink it happens, and it's like we keep scaling back on the strength of the alcohol and it's the same results.
Same result. Or you realize that that is, or that concoction is the problem, but you still keep consuming it. That is a problem too. Because I'm like, if you see that it's a problem, why would you keep doing that? But okay.
Exactly. And that's the thing, is like if your partner knows that when they get drunk they get violent and they continue to drink, you need to away from that partner.
Because they don't care.
Because they don't care. Like if they know that that is the problem and they just keep doing it and they're always like, I'm sorry, I don't know why this keeps happening. Yes, you do. You do know why it keeps happening.
Yeah. Like that's how I feel about that person on trial. Him, like, because a lot of times, a lot of the things that they're talking about, they're like, oh, he was under the influence, he was doing drugs, he was doing this and that, and I'm like,
You already know
okay.
how I feel about it. Yeah, both of us
There,
have the same.
there were times where he wasn't, and he still did that. So no, we're not gonna do that. And let's also point out the times where he was literally on camera for that show and being abusive towards his artist. So no, we're not gonna do that.
And that's the thing, is that you have, like, that person probably shows signs of violence in their sober life. Like, it might not be to the degree that it is when they're on drugs or alcohol, but I can guarantee they make alarming comments. Like, they make some,
Mm-hmm.
like alarming comments in passing. It never fails. And like, I'll say this. I didn't like try to get violent and like I tried to start swinging on people. It was more like I got loud and I got aggressive. Like, I started, like, I remember this person was like looking over my shoulder, and I was like, this person looking over my shoulder at my stuff, and my cousins are like, yo, these people definitely got fucking guns or some shit. Like, people got
Yeah.
guns in their cars, or like, these people are definitely got, like, I don't give a fuck energy. So, like, shut up. You know what I'm saying? Um, but it's still a thing where it's like, I'm not just socking people. I'm not,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, people that sit there and do stuff like that, you've already shown signs that you are likely to do that. Like, in you drunk, it's just like the inhibitions are gone, you're gonna do that, period. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure that person probably said red flag shit when they were sober, and it was like, ah, you crazy. And then when they get drunk,
Mm-hmm. I just remember like Young Jock doing that interview talking about him and how he was in the club with him and Cassie, and I guess Diddy like saw like a woman there who was just, I don't know, she was fabulous, whatever, and she had the hair cut, the half of the head cut, and he just dead ass like looked Cassie in her face and was like, "I want your hair like that."
stop, because I was just listening to The Boys by her and Nicki Minaj. And in that
Yeah.
video, her hair's cut like that. Stop it.
Yes, girl.
Oh
He.
my God, I hate it.
Yeah, Young Jock said that. Like, he was like, yeah, I seen him tell her that, and next thing you know, Cassie got half her head shaved off.
I hate it. I hate it. Now that video just became so alarming now. I don't
Yes,
want to ever see that. I don't want to see that music video ever again now.
you never seen that interview?
I never saw the interview, but I've seen the music video, and I was always like, "Oh my God, that's cute." Now
It
I'm
it
like,
was fabulous on her, but it was not her choice.
I can guarantee the comments on that music video are gonna be like, "Well, knowing what we know now, the
But
haircut is now like, oh, Cassie, baby, you didn't even want it, or did you even want it? Did you like it?" Because the thing about shaving half your head is like that's a decision.
it is, and
Because like
she
people
didn't
like, how
make it.
come you don't have? Because how come you don't have an undercut? I'm like, because now I have to go to the barber shop like once a week to keep my shit either trimmed down, or I have to go through the process of growing it back out, and that's gonna look a hot mess.
Yep.
So for her to do that, and it's like, was that even something she wanted? It's like, oh, like I was like, stop it right now. I just thought about the video, The Boys.
Yep. That's what happened. That's what Young Jock said. He said he was right there with them when that happened.
That
So,
is, oh my God.
mhm.
That video feels so eerie now.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm glad you know the song, because as I always loved that song as a kid.
Yeah. I do know it because I was very obsessed with Nicki Minaj as a kid. So I know everything that she done did, especially back then. I lost track
Yeah.
as I got older because, the music got different and
Mm-hmm.
it was just
But
not what
on
I was used to anymore. But,
But on 106 in Park, like, I remember watching that video on 106 in Park after school, chilling, and I was like, I kind of think I like this. And then I remember seeing Cassie's haircut, and I'm like, oh, that's cute. Because back then, that's when so many girls either had like a part of like a quarter of their head shaved, and then like they wore like their hair like this.
hmm
Like, that was the thing back then, like in the 2010s. Like, I'm sure the people in the 80s or whatever are like, just an original. Shut up. This is when we grow up. We don't want to hear it. We did it. We weren't there. I don't know what to tell you. We weren't there to see it. We don't know. Shut up.
right.
So, but like, And I'm like, it's just, oh man, that's so eerie. Oh, that's so eerie.
Yeah, and it even inspired me to like I cut all my hair off, but part of me even wanting to cut my hair in the beginning, it was her. It was Kathy. And
That's
I knew nothing of it. I knew nothing of it until I got probably, I don't know if I was in grad school or just getting out of grad school when I saw that interview. Cause it probably was in grad school because it was around COVID. I was bored. Just watching interviews, watching shit. And yeah, I saw that. And that interview stuck with me. And I remember I kept searching it because I was like, as more things come out about this man, I'm like, they better not take this down because people have been telling stories about him for years
yes.
and just disappearing. Like,
It's just, oh, that's chilling. Like, it's just, it's a thing too. Like, people keep saying, like, millennials keep having their childhoods ruined
yanked.
because it's like,
Yanked.
knowing what we know now makes stuff retroactively horrifying. So, you see, I'm over here like a whole music video done completely changed now because it's like, and you know that, and I'm like, just knowing who Diddy has been reported to be, that I'm sure that conversation by itself was not pleasant.
It wasn't a conversation. It
Like,
was,
yeah, I'm pretty sure like the
you
way
gonna
that
get
it
your hair
happened
like
was
that.
not pleasant. Like, I'm pretty sure even if she did hesitate, it didn't go well. Like, I'm pretty sure it was not a pleasurable experience.
Mm-mm. Yeah, no. She was not in control of anything. Like, even I remember them talking about the plastic surgery, and I forgot what happened, but something happened during the plastic surgery, or no, he wasn't satisfied with something. And like she had just got the surgery, so like she healing and shit. So he was like, I want this like this. I forgot what it was. And they was like, okay, well, she healing. Like, we got to wait until she heals to do this and that. He's like, I don't give a fuck. I want this done like this. Like, had them people cut her open and risk her life. So that and to be honest, like this whole thing, and I don't know why this did not happen, but I'm so glad they don't have no kids.
Oh my
I'm
God.
so glad they don't have, because that girl would have died during childbirth, fucking with that man.
Absolutely. Absolutely. He's the type of person that would make a decision like he's a husband stitch man. That's how I'm going to describe certain men. He is a husband stitch man.
Oh,
And if you understand what that is, you understand what I mean. Like if you're listening or watching, and if you don't know what that is, a husband stitch is when if a woman should tear while delivering naturally, he'll say, throw in another stitch to make it tighter for me. And I want you to understand that severely hurts a woman's body. It makes sex painful. It can make urination painful. It can
mm-hmm.
cause infect. It can do so much harm to a woman's body because this dingbat has to have a little extra tightness because of the false belief that a woman gets looser after childbirth, which has been disproven time and time again. And if you won't look it up and make sure that it's true, then you're stupid and you don't deserve to have sex.
And first of all, as a healthcare provider, how dare you?
It's just,
How fucking dare you?
but this is a thing too where I also just feel like the misogyny also of times like with like certain types of religion, not that all Christian, not real, but like as I'm talking about spirituality and relationship with the Lord versus religion, which teaches you that your wife is your property, and if your husband wants an extra stitch put in, some people are going to say, hey, you belong to him, he can do that.
Just like the
Ugh,
countless women who have told me they stopped masturbating because they have a man. I'm so sad for
I don't
y'all.
understand. But I've heard of even women telling their man, I don't want you taking care of yourself. So I just heard a Reddit story of a dude whose
Yeah, they
wife
get
didn't
offended.
want whose wife didn't want to have sex with him but didn't want him masturbating. So because he didn't want to cheat, and like he was like, I'm not gonna cheat. This man took libido suppression medication. And then his wife finds out and is mad because, you know, he's not giving chase because he's got no libido. He's just like, hey, honey, how you doing, babe? Give me
Right.
some. Knock it out. You look good. Come on, girl. And then keeping on.
The mood he was probably in, he probably wanted to do everything but that. Like he's just
That
like, you know what? Let's go rock some shit. Like
bruh, his wife was like, what the fuck is going on? And he's like, I got libido suppression, so you ain't even gotta worry about it no more. We good. Like he was chilling. She got mad and was like, I want you to take him on. He's like, no, you don't want to have sex. Um, he's like, you know, you don't want to have sex, and then you don't want me to masturbate. I can't just have this
I don't
energy
know what to do. Like, yeah.
like pin up inside me. So here you go. So then
She
she's
just wanted
upset because now he's not like all over her just to get rejected.
she just want him to be miserable.
And I'm just like, you're just playing games. And I was like, see, this is the stuff that it's just like, I don't know. Like, I'm like, you can't do this. Like, you people want too much control over another person in a
For
relationship.
real.
It's,
Like you people who rush into marriage, I think that's why. Because you want to control somebody.
yeah, because, and I don't know, like, I'm always like, why does a relationship have to be so based on dominating another person? But I'm sure we can also tie that into our topic today when we get there. But yeah.
For sure. Yeah. But yeah, that whole trial, it's like the more I know, the more I don't want to know. Like,
It keeps
it's a
getting
lot.
worse.
Like with the whole UTI thing. Like, have you seen that? Where
No,
he,
and but it, go ahead and
she,
tell me because this is the thing is it keeps getting worse and I'm always like I know it's gonna get worse. I just can't wait to find. I
yeah.
don't want to. You know I can't wait like in a good way, but like I'm like oh god it's gonna get worse. How is it gonna get worse? So go ahead.
So basically, you know, like if you have sex without like peeing afterwards or what, basically, you know, you can get UTIs.
Yes.
So
Oh.
she was getting UTIs, and she would tell him, I got a UTI, and he would not care. He would still make her participate in the freak offs. And it got to a point where even antibiotics was not working for her UTIs. And she also had like tongue sores from like people peeing on her in her
This is
mouth
such bullshit. This is such bullshit. This is such
and
bullshit.
and
This is
oral
such fucking
sex.
bullshit.
Yeah, yeah. And
This
he
is
wouldn't,
bullshit.
again, he would know and still would not care and would make her participate.
It's just a thing of, and this is not even, and this is not me excusing it, but if you're gonna put through somebody through this level of sexual activity, the least you can do is make sure a medical professional is evaluating this person constantly to make sure that their physical health is okay. At
Yeah.
least. The least
Yeah.
you can do is if I'm going to put you through all of this sexual activity, is keep you healthy.
Yeah, it pissed me off because I'm like, I don't get UTIs often, but when I do, it's very much like, don't touch me, don't look at me, like, and knowing she didn't even have the option to do that is crazy. Like, she's like, it burned. Like, I'm just like, I know it did. Like, your vagina don't feel good when you got
I
a
can't
UTI. Like, girl,
I can't imagine the agony she went through. Like, it's just a thing where you think about that and it's just like, yeah, you intentionally put her through that because, and it's a thing where I'm pretty sure he enjoyed the idea that she was in agony. Like, you can't, I don't,
he did.
it's,
I know
it's a
he did.
thing, it's a
You
thing
sick as
of
hell.
like, when you're a person, you can't fathom like watching someone be in that kind of agony. Like, even my father, who pisses me the fuck off, who I call a bald-headed demon on a daily basis, I still would not want to watch him in that state. I would still get him medical attention because it's just no. I have even
Yeah.
no matter how wrong a person does me, I'm not going to be completely devoid of empathy.
Yeah, like even my abusive ex, like if I had like a yeast infection or something like that, he would leave me alone. You know, like he would never even try me like that. Like, so I'm like, damn, you can't even let her chill. Like, while she got a UTI, I'm girl. I don't know
My
what's
dad
going
was
on.
like that. My dad was like that with my mother, and that's the reason why she didn't want to have more kids with him. She said I wanted like 4 kids, but not with him
Mm-hmm.
because of how horrible he was to her during pregnancy. Like being the kind of guy that's like, okay, well you can't have sex with me, but your mouth works. Like I always just feel like Diddy is like little fragments of guys like that. Like he is the compilation of like the worst men and then put it into one single monster of a man.
Yeah, like it's terrible, and like people keep trying to act like, you know, oh, she's testifying about a bad relationship or a DV relationship, and that's not what this is about. I'm like, no, she was sex trafficked. So
And
yes, that does.
tortured.
Yeah, I'm like
That's
that
torture.
pertains. That definitely pertains to a RICO case. Get the fuck away from me. Like
You know what I'm saying? Like there has to be a torture to charge up in there because you can't do shit like this.
you
Like
can't.
you
It's not a
can't
kink anymore. Like this ain't no kink.
like oh my god, like you're not if you're I'm pretty sure depriving somebody of medical care has to be somewhere on the criminal charges.
Well, until the last minute. I mean, because I mean, she
I
got the
just
IVs afterwards. So yeah, they had to give her administer like IVs afterwards sometimes, because sometimes the freak outs, like on a regular basis, they would last like maybe 24 to 48 hours.
what do you
And
there's
so,
no what the fuck? Even lesbians don't do this.
thank you. And lesbians fuck for a while. Bitch, I know.
Like even the lesbians are like, good gracious. Good
24 to
grief.
48 hours. Who's fucking
Don't you
for
have
that long?
work? Like you know what I'm saying? Like we still got work in the morning.
And that blows me too, because I'm like, he has a reputation for working so hard on music and everything. So I'm like, when do you have the time to do this type of shit? Like,
You know what
did
I'm
you
saying?
ever sleep?
But then I'm like, is he working that hard or is other people doing work, you know, that he's taking credit for while he's out there freaking for 24 to 48 hours? And then you know
Mm-hmm.
it's somebody like this freaking nasty bitch ass motherfucker is sitting up there acting like he doing it. I'm the one doing it, mother. Like you know somebody is disgruntled as shit.
For real. For fucking real. Like, I'm like, but yeah, but the longest one apparently was 4 days. 4 fucking days.
Just do what
I
the what
I am
you know
appalled.
you know what? You want to know how I knew? I said there's going to be nothing normal about this case when I heard about the baby oil. And I honestly, I know we made jokes, but it disturbed me because I heard that and I was like, why do you have that much?
So he,
Like,
yeah, and because he was very serious about it. She said he would make them put like reapply it to her like damn near every 5 minutes, and it. She said there were no drugs in the baby oil, like they said there were no drugs in it, but she said
okay.
yes, she had to reapply it basically like every 5 minutes because he wanted her to be shiny. It was weird.
It, it, I'll text you later because what I have to say is so out of pocket, I will not say it on the podcast because of what it just a certain type of porn that I've seen that I'm like, I can guarantee he was trying to recreate this, but I'm not going to say it on the podcast.
I can't wait till you text me that because I really want to know what you're talking about. Not because I'm intrigued or anything like that, but I want to know just how weird this nigga is.
Because it's a thing where it's like I've seen this before and it's a thing in like very male centered porn and
Hmm.
let me just say like excessive baby oil is a big thing
Ugh.
because of course I've been looking for looking for lesbian porn. I'm always going to happen upon male centered lesbian porn and when I see excessive amounts of baby oil involved I'm always just like
Yeah.
so I'll text you later about it but it's a thing where it's like that makes me alarmed.
Yeah.
Because
And
knowing
you
he
know,
videotaped too, I just feel like I know what he was going
hmm
for.
yeah. And you know, you could get UTIs from drinking too. And he would have her
Yes.
intoxicated a lot. So it's like
So
either way, she really could not get away from the UTIs.
so dehydrated, high sugar amounts,
Hmm
not letting her pee after sex, probably not letting her do proper hygiene, in a timely manner.
Especially because she getting peed on. Like,
You know what I'm saying? Oh, Jesus God. This is the thing, is that people are like, we have to remember, like, the problem is not Diddy being a freak. Like, being a
it's
freak is
not.
fine when it's consensual. And I don't know what it is, but the word consent be fucking people up.
And it's so simple.
It's like they just have to, everybody needs to be down. That's all. But I forget it's about power. And consent blocks up a sick person who doesn't, because consent means I don't have all the power.
Yeah.
And for a person like Diddy, hell no, I don't. I want you to do it whether you want to or not. Preferably if you don't want to, because
And
that's
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 what,
powerful.
yeah. And that's what a lot of these guys don't want to admit that they want. They want to like be in control of somebody like that because like that's why every guy's major like improvement of themselves is, oh, I just want to get more money. Nobody wants to go to therapy. Nobody wants to improve themselves spiritually, but they want to get more money
And go to the gym and get
and go to
buffer
the gym.
and get stronger.
So you don't really
Like,
care too much about improving yourself because you actually want to be a better partner. You want to improve yourself so that you could be more powerful
exactly.
and
And
overpower
two
somebody.
different types of powerful.
Hmm I just, man, I just can't believe that. Cause at one point, like, we all looked up to that man. We did.
It's just I can't listen to his like I can't listen to his music. Like if he's featuring on it, I'm. Mm-mm.
I don't want nothing to do with him.
It's a thing where it's like, no, you don't do stuff like that. Like, and I think that's my issue. Is it's like I'm like everybody needs to make sure we stay focused. The issue is not being a freak, being bisexual. If you want to have freak offs for 24 to 48 hours, if everybody's cool with that and in on it, that happens all the time. It's probably one happening right now.
Hello.
It's
It's
Saturday, and
people
Stan
out
and
here who will
Louise
do these
and Betsy
things.
are going to town right now at some freaking private exclusive pool. And guess what? It's fine because everybody says yes.
Yeah.
But his problem is he took people's ability to say yes away. And that's the
Mm-hmm.
whole issue. When you take
Yep.
someone's ability to
Blackmail.
say yes away, this is the problem. And if you have an issue with the fact that somebody has the ability to say yes or no, you need to go to therapy and explore, why do I feel this way?
Yeah. Because he took away their ability to say yes or no with blackmail, with drugs, by dangling a career in front of them. Like, do you know that girl signed for a 10 album deal? We got one
Uh,
album.
Listen, what was it? I think it was the infographic show said if you want to understand how absolutely weird it is for him to have done what he did for a 10 album deal. Like Taylor Swift made 10 albums over the course of like a decade. So
Yep.
he said he had her basically in a contract for 10 years. Even I don't think even the military holds you that long.
No, you get to like read what is it, like 2 maybe 3 years? You get to
I think
decide.
2 3 years. I think 4 years max. It might be. I
Mm-hmm.
think it might be 4 years max that you have to serve if you sign up for the military. So it's like for him to do a 10 album deal, that basically was 10 years that he
Yeah,
chained himself to.
that sounds crazy as fuck to me. 10 fucking years, and I'm not blaming her at all for signing
No,
that because again, she's 19 years old when she met him. That man was what, 36?
exactly. And as a 29-year-old woman who works with sometimes 19-year-olds, but 17 to 18, 19-year-olds, Diddy is out of pocket.
Very.
Working
And
with
one
high
thing
school,
too,
yeah.
one thing that I also want y'all to stop doing, stop making the baby oil the center of attention. Like, oh, we using baby oil. That's disgusting. Da da da. It was not a lubricant. When Homeland Security went into his house, they took baby oil and lubricant. Okay? So the baby oil was for the skin because he wanted people to be shiny because he's recording these things and he wanted them to look a certain way. They had lubricant.
God damn it, he's a fucking freak. That man is a fucking nasty bastard.
Nasty as hell.
I'm like, you nasty fucking sex maniac. Like, again, I know people overuse the word therapy, but I'm like, no. Men will do everything but go to fucking therapy.
I
Like,
don't
it's just a thing.
understand.
It's just, I just, what were the early, like, you ever, like, I'm like, as a school counselor, I'm like, I wish I could have met him as a child.
Let me tell you, I watched the Fall of Diddy on what was it, Max? I watched it. They talked about his childhood. And yeah, he was abused as a child. He was beat up. I don't recall them saying too much about him actually being like sexually abused. I just know they said his mother was she didn't play. And so anything he did wrong, like she was one of them. Like if he looked wrong, breathed wrong, she did it. But I was just like, I don't know, because my mama did the same thing.
You know what I'm saying? Like, as people who, like, we struggle. As a person who survived an abusive parent, it's like, I don't want to take somebody's right to say no away. Like, I still believe in a person's ability to say yes or no. What are you talking about? Like,
I
I
don't
don't
know.
understand.
I'm just like, I don't know, bro. It never got that far for me. I
I
never
don't know.
really. I ain't saying I came out with no issues like that, because that would be a lie, you know.
Yeah.
But I I didn't do this.
You know what I'm
I
saying? Like, okay, avoidant attachment issues. All right, fine. You know, I've struggled with communication at times. I'm still working on my communication skills, but I'm also a person who believes that you should not be drugging people and also take what are we doing here? He was
yeah,
abused. Like, it's a thing where I almost want to go, so and
like for real.
this is why I can't be a lawyer. If I was a lawyer on this, if I was a prosecutor and they said that, I would be like, objection. So,
Like who gives a fuck? Like I don't know. I feel like I struggled with, I was a very clingy partner, very,
mhm.
like in my early 20s, and I was a person who wanted my partner up under me all the time. I was a partner who hated my partner's hobbies. I was that. But to sit here and tell somebody, I want your hair cut like that. It got to be that. I want you to dress this way. I want you to sign to me for 10 albums. I wouldn't sign a stranger for 10 albums. Like,
Yeah.
let alone like my partner. I'm not doing that to them. I just feel like you cause too much harm to somebody that you claim that you loved.
Yeah.
And
It,
we
yeah.
can't use the mom as an excuse at that point, because to be honest, for you to be 36 when you met her, you was already past the point of blaming your parents for anything. So
Once you have a frontal lobe, I'm just kind of like, you grown.
he had a frontal lobe, he had his Saturn return. There was so much maturity to be experienced at that point,
And
and
also, I'm
it just wasn't there.
I'm always like, you had the financial means to get help. Like, I'm always a person too, especially because I'm like, because people do say that. I'm like, listen, you had more than enough resources to go get the help that you needed
Yeah, for sure.
for having those thoughts. And it's a thing where it's like weird if you could just truly understand and get into the mind of someone like that, but it's like you just can't, because in our brains we're like, that's off limits, that's unthinkable to do to somebody.
I just don't know, man.
I even
I
be
can't,
feeling
I
bad
can't.
playing Grand Theft Auto if I hit somebody I didn't intend to. I'm like, damn, I'm sorry, you did. I that wasn't for you. That wasn't for you. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to stab you. Damn.
Yeah, like I can't even look at. I don't know. I can't look at it and make an excuse. And you know, I'm like the queen of the benefit of the doubt. Okay, I'm gonna give somebody the benefit of the doubt. I
And I
be
love
helping
that
people
about you.
out. Thank you.
But I think it's important. I think that there always needs to be a like even the girl that got said that she got kidnapped and we found out she lied about the whole thing.
I was rooting for her
I
so
was rooting for her, but I
bad.
said until everything is sorted out, I'm gonna be like, all right, sis, I'm gonna stand with you. But when they found out she was lying, I'm like, God damn it, this is.
And I was like, well, maybe she was going through something.
You know what I'm saying? Me, I'm like, you lying ass. What in the Jersey Smollett?
Even with him, I was like, you know what? Maybe he felt. When I tell you I make an excuse for anybody,
This is the thing. I didn't. I couldn't because it was too elaborate and the details were so ridiculous. When they showed that body cam with him with that noose still around his neck, I was like, what are you doing? I just was a, what are you doing? If
you
there's a
remember,
noose around my neck, I want that bitch is off as soon as possible. He said, I didn't, like, I remember when they described it, but seeing it on camera, I was like, no, he's really sitting here with a noose around his neck and walking around with it like an accessory. Like, it looked absurd.
yeah,
I'm like, the ancestors is going to welcome you to the next life. Just like, get your ass.
like you just played too damn much. Nah,
They
I,
going to
I
just,
made hella excuses for him. I was like, no, don't send him to jail. He just, it was a bad night. It was cold, you know.
he light skinned too. So, you know, I was extra pissed off. I was just like, this is why people hate us. This is why I hate us. I'm like, see, this must be how white people feel when white people do stupid shit.
Probably.
Like, that's how
So
I feel. Like, whenever light skinned people do, like, the most absurd, harmful things to the black community, I'm always just like, I'm not light
yeah,
skinned. I'm just kinfolk that happens to be light.
right. I change with the season, so I don't even subscribe to none of that. I just be like, you know what? Whatever. If it's wintertime, I might do be light skinned. I don't know. If it's summertime, I'm gonna be a little brown. You feel me? Like it's just depend on the day. But okay, so you remember in social studies when we learned about like all the different philosophers like way back in the day. So I think um
Yeah.
I, I aligned with Jean Jacques Rousseau because he believed that everybody was born good, and I think I'm like that too. I think everybody is born good. I be thinking everybody got good in them. That's why I be making excuses for everybody. Like I really and truly think, yeah, me and that nigga was the same.
Yes. I believe that a person truly absence of total goodness is extremely rare.
Yeah,
I think that what somebody put it, I can't remember who quoted it, but they said the absence of evil is the absence of empathy. And I think a person completely devoid of empathy is extremely rare. I don't believe that, I believe that it put in a certain situation, like you've seen videos of people that are complete strangers. And when someone's truly like in life or death trouble, you'll see people like bolt into action and call for help and stuff like that.
yeah,
So,
yeah. I think I don't know. I be trying, but it's like with this nigga, I can't find it. Like it was the same way with Robert. I was like, when I saw them girls say that he made them eat his feces, yeah, I lost it all. I said, you know what? Fuck his child abuse. Fuck his sexual abuse. Fuck all that.
you're a grown
You have
man.
lost it.
When you say teenage, how are we talking? I'm honestly, if I was, I'd have been like, I'll beat your ass right now.
Yeah, that definitely was like one of
That was the
it was a strike for me. It
the
definitely was a
flag was
strike for me.
doing this. The flag was like, y'all don't see that this nigga is crazy.
And then that one interview with him and Aaliyah where they had on matching outfits and they were talking about working together and stuff like that. And that was like strike two for me. And then it was, I mean, it was the full Surviving R. Kelly documentary, but it was that particular part. I don't even know that I was appalled. I was taken aback. I was like, just
It's
when I
gone
thought
too
you couldn't
far.
be sicker.
It's gone too far.
Like
It's
if you love me, you gonna eat what?
it's one of those things where it's like, can we bring back death by firing squad again? Just like on special occasions. And occasions like that.
I wouldn't mind watching that nigga get stoned.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, okay, I believe in special occasions where we're like, we're gonna do a stoning, because what the fuck is wrong with you?
That's who we should have been stoning. Y'all in the Bible stoning people for having sex. No. Him. This nigga. Right?
Seize
This is
him!
who y'all should save that for.
Seize him!
That motherfucker. Right there.
It's
Like
just,
they need to bring that back with sentencing. Like judges, y'all getting a little too soft for me. I'm gonna need y'all to start. Okay, we gonna sentence this nigga to a stoning. It shouldn't take no more than 20 minutes.
and that's what I hate, though. I hate when people act like, oh, well, it's just because he's a black man that he has to pay for this. And I'm like, he is a person
Oh,
who
was
did
you cool?
horrible things that happens to be black. I don't give a fuck what color he is. He needs to go. You're not allowed to
Like
participate in society anymore. You can't be trusted.
we felt the same way about Harvey. Fuck is you
You
talking
know what
about?
I'm saying? Like, whenever I see a Harvey, like whenever I'm watching a movie and I see the Harvey Weinstein Company logo come up on it, I'm always like, ugh.
Motherfucker.
I'm like, ugh. You like,
Ooh,
I'm just watching a 2007 movie, minding my business. Harvey Weinstein Company, ugh. I'm like,
girl.
Glorilla, ugh, ugh, ugh.
Yeah. I remember I was watching iCarly the other day and Dan Schneider's bitch ass popped up on the screen. Oh, I wanted to bust his ass. Like I know he behind the show, but when he got on screen, that's what pissed me off. I'm like, get away from the fucking kids. Like I
You know
just
what I'm saying? Like, back
ooh.
up. Listen, freaking Captain Man from Henry Danger, like him, and then what is his freaking name? He plays Spencer. Jerry, I can't remember what his last name is.
Jerry Trainer.
Jerry Trainer. I'm like, that is what safe adults look like.
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember there's a clip where some set producers' flyers are down and they're near kids, and Captain and him, the guy that plays Captain Man, is like, "Whoa, what's going on here?" And he's
Right.
making a joke out of it. But I'm like, as an adult who was big on like protect the children first and foremost, that is a very clever way to be like, get the fuck away from the kids, you freak. And I'm letting
Yeah.
everybody know your fly is down. We don't know what the hell's going on around here, but get the fuck away from the kids.
Mm-hmm.
He did it in such a fun, slick way, but it was great. And you can see the guy's like, ha ha, but he was
Yeah, ain't
like,
nothing funny, bitch.
but he's in his costume like a super, like in his costume. Whoa, what's going on here, guys? I'd have pulled him aside and been like, I'm buying you a beer after this because you are a good person.
We like you.
And I don't know. I remember when I watched Quiet on Set and Drake Bell walked out.
Drake broke
This
my
is the
heart.
thing. I don't often like audibly react to things I'm watching. I audibly went, no, 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 no. Like
I
I
just
literally
remember
went,
him
no, no,
saying,
no, no, no.
I remember him saying, think of the worst thing that you could ever do to somebody. And I think he said like multiply it or something like that. And I thought about it in my head. I'm like, these are the worst things you could do to somebody. Girl, when I tell you everything I thought about was on that paperwork, I said, I know you fucking lying.
It's just like, and
And
it's
it
the thing
wasn't
where
Dan. It was another man. I forgot I think his name was
Brian
Brian
Peck.
something.
Brian Peck. And you know what pissed me off so bad is that the red flag was when I was watching and I was like, now that I'm a grown ass woman, Why the fuck is a 30-something-year-old man playing a character called Pickle Boy?
Willfully.
Willfully. Pickle Boy likes to hurt and tease pickles. What the are you playing? Like, I'm like, you playing? Like, they were playing in our face. And I love that the parents kept saying, I hate that the humor is constantly getting away with something.
Yep.
And I just remember of that era of Nickelodeon, it was always the weirdest humor where it's like, we shouldn't be laughing at it. It's like, should not be in a kid's show, but they got away with it in a clever way.
There were so many times when I was a child and I was watching Nickelodeon and they would make a joke and everybody would be like, ha ha, kiki. And I would be like, I don't know. About that. That's a little
Every
weird.
now and then, that it would make everyone laugh, or it would make every adult in the room like, skirt. What did they say?
Cause when I watched Disney, I didn't have that problem. Like
Never.
when something was funny, something was funny. But when it came to Nickelodeon, it was like, I don't know if I just don't get the humor. Like, is it a little too elevated for me? Like, I thought I was a smart bitch. I don't know. But
Exactly.
this is not, some shit ain't funny to me. That whole Sam and Cat, like when Ariana Grande came to Nickelodeon, I didn't watch nothing that she was on. And it wasn't because of her being a bad actress or she wasn't funny. It was the jokes they were doing. Like, I'm just like, I don't find this funny.
That Cam video where she's playing with the water bottle, and it looks like, we all know what it looks like she's doing. Again, as an adult, I instantly got mad because I was like, this is bullshit. Like, I'm like, you seriously put a child in that position, or you put somebody in that position on a children's show. What are we
Where are the
doing
parents?
here? Where are the parents? And it's like my mom, she watched it, and I told her, she said, that's why I told you, you're not going to be on no All That or Nothing.
That's
Because I
crazy.
used
And
to, but I don't
as
know.
kids, we dreamed about shit like that. We like, damn, I wish I could go to an All That audition.
All of our parents were like, hell no. Now that I'm
Fuck
older, and then
that.
I watched back some, I remember like for like about a couple weeks, I just kept watching back those old All That skits, and I'm like, oh my gosh, the red flags. I was too young to see the blaring red flags on TV. Like, if I had a kid, I'd be like, turn this off. You are only allowed to watch Disney Channel.
Yep.
Because That's So Raven, like, that shit was funny. Like,
That
I
was
remember that part
funny.
where they had to take care of the baby, and they ended up throwing it into their dad's light, and then Eddie goes, it's cooking. Like, that shit was funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, Friends of
Yeah.
Waverly Place was cool.
That was kid humor.
Yes. And you felt like that was stuff that only as a kid, like, it was perfect for kids. But it's
Yeah.
Disney. I feel like Disney, they have to protect their image at all costs.
They do.
That's why Disney actors, like, they have to go like straight left after they leave to like break that image, because Disney does such a good job of being like, you have to literally be a Disney character
Yeah, it
while you
keeps
work for
they
them.
keep them as kids. They do not play like
Yes.
that.
Nickelodeon, obviously
Nickelodeon
different.
played way too much. Played way too fucking much. And
It's
then
Amanda
for
Bynes I'm mostly worried about. That's who's been haunting me lately since that documentary came out.
because I'm like, what the fuck did Dan do to her? Like I already kind of suspected something because of the way she talked about how he was around her in the pool and that's out
Amanda's
of order.
Jacuzzi. That Amanda's Jacuzzi clip, I'm like, him, Dan, I'm sorry if anybody was hurt or offended by my actions. I'm like,
He didn't do, and that's the only thing that kind of pissed me off about the whole situation because Brian got every fucking thing. Like Brian, okay at first not really because who the fuck thought it was smart to hire him at Disney Channel after he just went through all that at Nickelodeon? Whose idea was that? But they quickly, they corrected it, whatever. But as far as legal action goes, Brian's the only one that got anything.
Exactly.
Dan, to this day, is a free man.
His reputation is shit, but it's like he's still walking around. He still has his money.
Still getting royalties.
He's still getting royalties. Like that's not like in high. Like it's like okay, yeah, your name is dirt. Like of course people are gonna now be like Dan Schneider. Like ugh, like nobody. Most people hopefully are gonna be like, I'm not fucking working with that motherfucker. You're not getting anywhere near my studio. You're not getting anywhere near my cast. Hell no, you're not working on this children's show. I ought to box you now for even asking. Like, but it's like he's still gonna get paid for all those shows. Like Paramount
He
is gonna
ain't gotta
still
make
keep.
nothing else.
He doesn't have to. So there's no punishment. Like Brian actually went to jail. He got put on trial. Dan just got basically like, of course, his name. He got exposed, which was deserved, but not. That's not a real punishment when you really think about it.
It ain't enough.
Because most
Like,
people aren't gonna walk around and recognize Dan Schneider. I know I wouldn't.
I know that face.
I mean
That's a
now,
that's a weird ass nigga. I know that face.
but it's like I feel like most people like
Yeah,
who really aren't
most people
paying
don't.
attention, you're not gonna know who Dan Schneider is off the street compared to like Bruno Mars.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't know who Harvey Weinstein was anywhere.
I sure wouldn't know him. I still, what the fuck do he look like? Let me see.
He looked like Jabba the Hutt.
I hate you.
I said what I said. Whoever's watching or listening to this, if you're laughing, you know
Oh, I
because you know
see
I'm
him.
right.
I hate that she's right.
Thank
Um,
you.
yeah,
Thank you. She be acting like I'm crazy. I'm like, he looks like Jabba the Hutt.
this nigga look like a fucking creep.
But
Okay.
like, you're not gonna know who Dan Snyder is on the street compared to Robert Kelly or P. Diddy or Harvey Weinstein. You're not gonna know him compared to them. You know what he
Exactly.
did, but you definitely would need someone like you, or probably definitely more you than me, to be like, that's motherfucking Dan Snyder. Then I would
Like
be
this
like,
bitch. Girl, as soon as he popped up on my screen, I knew his ass. I said, I know you lying.
right. Like, but I'm saying, like, if I was walking in the street and, like, wasn't, like, paying attention to the people around me, but, like, if I was on a screen and I was looking long enough, I'd be like, is that fucking Dan Snyder?
Smack the shit out of his ass.
You know what I'm saying? Like, on a TV screen, I'd be more like, is that Dan fucking Schneider? But, like, just on the street, like, it would have to take for me to, like, look at him and be like,
Yeah.
and then that's motherfucking Dan Schneider.
I'm like, this weak bitch. Let's bust his ass.
Because I got questions. Because why are you asking your coworkers to pretend to have anal sex? I felt so bad for her. She's the one that I really wanted to hug. I wanted to hug her so bad.
Yeah. He
I'm
treated
like,
his female employees so bad.
because I'm like, I know what it's like to comply with something that you should have said no to, but you didn't. You knew what was at stake if you didn't. So you did it anyway, but you feel shame that you degraded yourself like that. I could just tell by how she acted about it. I could just read that when I was watching that. And I wanted
Yeah.
to give her a hug so bad. I'm like, it's okay. That was a situation that's not your fault. You have nothing to feel ashamed of. Dan is a freak for even asking you to do that. Like, what the hell? And he knows that you were in a job position that people would kill for. So of course
Yeah.
you went through with it.
He knew.
He
He
knew.
knew. He
So
knew exactly what he was doing.
she's the one I wanted to hug so much. Like I was like, it's just like people are like, Cassie, you can't read that, but I'm like, no. When you've been in situations like that, you just can see it in a
You could
person's
see it on
face,
somebody. Yeah.
in the way that they like kind of respond to it. And when that person asked her that, she's like, I don't want to talk about that. I don't talk about it. And I was like, she wrestles with that daily,
Yeah.
guaranteed. And she's the one I want to hug so much.
I think like with all these like different situations like Harvey Weinstein, Robert, Diddy, what really hurts me is their kids. The fact that they got kids, even though the kids are grown, whatever you want to call them. Like Diddy's daughters are like 18. That's not grown. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't grown for real. Like, imagine finding all this shit out about your dad, maybe for the first time. I don't know if it's the first time they heard it. But even if not, I'm pretty sure they finding out hella new details that they never fucking knew. They was like, maybe dad just like orgies. I don't fucking know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they probably just knew that. But they didn't know just how bad it really got, you know?
Yeah.
Because they
L-
didn't, I highly doubt, like, they was at the house at the time, you know, this shit's going on. Like, no, I highly doubt it. He knew.
I mean, if the BTK killer, his family didn't know any different that he was doing that shit. He was the best dad in the world to his daughter.
Yes, wow.
You know what I'm
Ooh,
saying? So it's
crazy.
like, I'm not surprised. Like, it's one thing to know who your father really is and then see the rest of the world finally find out about it versus genuinely thinking that your father is a good person because he shows himself to be a good person, and then you find out, no, you're that motherfucker is a monster. I couldn't imagine living through that. That is, whoa.
That's who I feel bad for the most. Like the kids, even the sons too. Like even though they older, I feel bad for them too. I feel because the King Kongs. I think he gone because
I that yeah.
he love his dad bad. Like dead ass want to be him, and I'm just like, I hate to tell you, friend, you don't
You
want to
don't
be
want to.
that.
That's a horrible thing to be. That's a terrible thing to be. Yeah, I couldn't imagine. That's really unfortunate. It's so crazy how like when you do this level and degree of like horrible like crimes against your fellow man, and then you have people that are related to you, like it's like, man, it's really crazy how like you really bring everybody down with you.
Yeah, for sure.
Like you
And
really
then
bring everyone down with you.
think about the new baby.
Bruh, she's born into this nonsense.
Damn.
She's going to be born. She's born like literally in the worst part of the movie.
The worst part of the like it's sometimes where like being the youngest got its advantages. For her, not so much. Like
Mm-mm.
she gonna hate that shit. Y'all got to experience this nigga before the scandal. Like I'm born into the scandal.
Can you hear me still?
Yes, you just frozen.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, as long as she can hear me. Yeah, I was just like, I can't imagine like you are born and everyone is like slowly explaining to you like, hey, here's why dad doesn't come around. You know, hey, when you get on the internet, you're gonna hear dad's name a lot, and it's not gonna be great. Like I would have to like you have to carefully introduce your child to the internet.
That's another reason why I can't stand the internet for the babies.
You know what I'm saying? Hold up, I'm gonna leave and come back.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I cannot stand the internet for the kids for that very reason. Because they don't, you got it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. But yeah, that's why I can't stand the internet for the kids because they're not able they're not able to differentiate between what's real and what's not. A
Yeah,
lot of times, like they just see what they see,
yeah,
and then they're just like, "Oh my god!" And you know, kids like they just see the headlines, like they just be like, "Oh shit!" Like my dad did what, and they
yeah.
ain't even read the article. They just saw the thing, and it's not like it. In this case, I don't really think it matters whether you read
No.
the headline or the article or not. Like the trash is the trash, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just you can't go to your child and explain the situation because it's already been explained to them by a stranger.
Yeah. You know, it's yeah. It's so unfortunate. Yeah. It's one of those like you hate to say it, but it's like when you're really happy you're not another person right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like it reminds me of the Chase Bank glitch. Like it's like, you know, I might be broke, but I'm not negative $1 billion broke with a massive fraud charge like barreling towards me broke.
That was just stupid. I'm so mad at y'all for that.
They said the Chase Bank money glitch. I said, this is not Grand Theft Auto. Y'all tripping.
They really like. I'm like, okay, yeah, y'all, we in a simulation, whatever, but y'all taking that a little far.
I'm trying to tell you, I'm like, y'all, there's rules to the simulation. You really can't be out here just pretending to live in a simulation. Like, that's not going to go over well.
You gonna go to real jail.
I mean, simulation jail feels very real, people. Like, that's my
The
thing. I'm
food
like,
is
the
terrible,
simulation feels pretty real, so
girl. Cause I don't even be thinking about, oh, I'm gonna go to jail. I'm gonna get beat up. No, bitch, the food. That's what's scaring me. Hell no, I'm not eating that shit.
the food and the freaking showers. I shower every single day, sometimes twice a day.
Yes, like the
And them
shower,
showers
bitch.
look
That's my time.
nasty.
How dare you tell me I gotta shave? I gotta shower with other people? Is you crazy?
Mm-mm.
Oh, That's my alone time, girl. That's my reset time. Like, bitch, how I'ma reset and everybody around?
You know what I'm
Scrubbing
saying?
that coochie.
I be playing music in the shower and reflecting on life.
I don't like that.
Right. No.
Yeah, I play music too. Yeah, hell yeah. See, my showers are too much of a vibe for me to go to jail.
Nope. I'm not doing it.
It's gonna be a McNo for me.
It's gonna be a McNo for me.
Yeah.
No thank
So
you.
yeah, bitches be talking shit. I'ma just have to let y'all from now on, cause baby, I ain't going to jail. Long term? Oh hell no, bitch!
Mm-mm.
I couldn't even do 30 days.
I'm so damn paranoid. I would be in jail, like in the corner, just like with my hands on people, being like, "Ain't nobody gonna fight you. Put your hands down. I don't trust you,
Bitch. And how do you sleep in jail? People got too much access to you.
I wouldn't sleep." That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not gonna be. I know me. I'm not gonna be able to sleep. Like, I would definitely would be that person who sleeps, but like it's that light sleep, like where you're sleep, but like not so sleep that you're not like, if I feel you move towards me, I'm like,
Bitch.
back the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that light sleep where you resting, but if somebody should move too close.
Hello. I feel like I just gotta wail on a bitch like the first day, just so they know not to fuck with me. I don't know.
Well, what I heard is you don't like fight the first person, the toughest person. That's actually not a good thing. But actually, what you should do is that if somebody does try to punk you in prison, fight back. Even if you lose, just fight so that people know, like, you're not a bitch. Like, you're not just gonna let them do whatever they want to you. So if somebody would
Mm-hmm.
steal your food, like, beat their ass or try.
Okay.
So yeah, if somebody
Yeah.
took my shit, I would be like, I might be getting my ass beat, but I bet you I'm gonna get good. I'm gonna get one good swing upside your head.
Well, I'm good at that. I can beat somebody up real quick. But okay. Well, last thing I want to say about this whole situation is, Cassie, we love you. This
Yes.
is this is forever a Cassie Stan account. Period. So we love you, girl. Whatever you got to do for your healing. I know this was part of the healing. I know she said that. So I'm glad that you got to do this. But for the rest of this pregnancy, I'm gonna need you to chill. Girl, you 8 months. Sit down. Like,
Yeah.
I'm
Chill. You've done enough.
you have done enough, girl.
We
They gotta
got
put
you.
his ass under the jail. Cause she was just like the first one. They got some of his group members coming. Some of the it's a bunch of people coming to testify against that man. So they got a bunch of Jane Does, and you know them Jane Does be the ones, girl.
I'm afraid we about to have soap opera levels of reveals, because we see what happened when Drake Bell came forward. We was all like, I'm
I I did gasp. It was definitely an audible gasp. I said no, not him, not you.
told you
Oh,
I went no, no, no. Like, I rarely react out loud like that.
Yeah.
He walked in. I said, I was like, oh no, no, no,
I
no.
got stressed immediately. I said, "Oh my god, what
Like
the
I'm
fuck
like,
happened
oh
here?"
god. Because you think about watching Drake and Josh as a kid, and we all know we were all thinking, man, I know your life is so cool.
Right. Cause I was like, he's hot. He make music. Like,
You're on TV. You won life.
yeah, he
well,
won. And
well,
I was never attracted to white, but that was one white I was attracted to. I was like, yeah, he can get it.
I'm gay, but even I was like, no, Drake Bell, he's cute. Like, he's cute. Like, I was like, I'm not gonna lie and say that that man is not cute. I think he's
Yeah,
still handsome for everything he's been through. He still looks good.
yeah. So yeah, that, and then to find out that his story is quite literally the worst on the damn show, I was just like, good God Almighty, I wasn't ready.
It's a thing where I think about how his domestic violence case, or his whole issue with that. And it was a thing where it's like, I'm not excusing it, but I understand. It's not right, but I'm also like, with what he went through as a young man, you're going to
Yeah,
handle things improperly. And it's one of those things I'm like, yeah, that definitely is a result of what he went through as a child. He
yeah.
needs to do
See,
whatever
that's a
work,
situation where that makes sense.
you know, but it wasn't, again, a huge human trafficking ring. But not being able to be a good partner and not knowing how to handle your partner normally, without
Mm-hmm.
lashing out in very, very harmful ways. And all I can say is I
That's
hope he
it.
is working to improve that. But when you hear somebody's
Absolutely.
story like that, it's like, okay, I'm not saying you're right. You still should have consequences for that, but I get how we got here.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. So, with that being said, May is Mental Health Awareness Month. So I wanted to give some a mental health awareness tip. So my mental health awareness tip for this episode is journaling definitely works. I say if you ain't tried it, you should. It's really good. And honestly, like once you get used to it, when you don't journal, you notice it.
Yep.
Stuff builds up. So if you do start journaling, just know that part. Be consistent because you will feel it in your body. Um, so yeah, there's that. What's your mental health awareness tip?
My mental health awareness tip is you should exercise, like, and I'm gonna say this too, like, you don't need to go to the gym and just start lifting super duper heavy. You don't need to start running 5 miles a day, but just go for a walk. Like, honestly, like, take a walk once a day. If some, or maybe once or twice a day, once in the morning and then another good like lap around your neighborhood at night. I think it can help a lot with decompressing. And endorphins and loosening your body. So I think for me, I want to be a part of like being like, let's not make people feel like exercise is just the worst thing. Like,
Yeah,
so I feel like what we've gotten with all these stupid fitness influencers, now people act like if you go to the gym, you're an annoying, superficial, shallow person.
yeah,
And it's like, no, like exercise is good for you. And it's not just good for you for like, don't even worry about aesthetics. Just do it because it does make you feel better. Um,
it feels really good.
and I'm a person, I'm like, I don't need you to lift weights. Just go for a fucking walk. Put your music on and go for a walk. Think about shit.
Mm-hmm. All right. So who did you want to smoke with this week?
I wanted to smoke with YG.
I like that.
I've been listening to his music a lot lately, and I'm just like, I just know we would have a fun time.
He seemed like a fun person. Hell yeah. YG growing up, I think it was like YG and of course like old school West Coast rap artists, but YG was like the only West Coast rap artist we knew of growing up.
Hmm.
I didn't realize how not exposed I was to West Coast rap until I got to Vegas.
Mm.
And then I just got immediately pissed off because I'm like, well, why the fuck they ain't playing this over there?
Yeah, that's what when I went to college. That's what we did. We lived when YG came on. Mama ain't raised no fool. Daddy told me never leave a house without my tool. Like that, my crazy life. That album was literally college.
Yeah, I liked him. I was like, okay. So yeah, that's a good choice. I could see y'all smoking together, having a good time. All right, well, let's get into our astrology segment. It's Taurus season, so we're going to see ourselves being more in love with nature and more focused on our self-worth. I know I'm definitely more focused on that. Because, like, now I'm not just, like, withholding or whatever. Like, I'm really out here, like, nope, I'm fasting it. I'm waiting till I get to a level of fabulousness that I'm satisfied with, and then I'm gonna find somebody just as fabulous as me. Like, I'm
I
like,
support.
yep. I need to be more fabulous. Like, I know I can be more fabulous than I am. Not to say I'm not fabulous right now, because I am, but we can elevate it.
Gone with the Wind, fabulous.
Hello.
And twirl and twirl. I remember that
Yes.
episode. That episode, I remember my family. We were pin drop silent. We were like,
Girl, RHOA used to be a mood, okay?
I just remember I knew then I said, Kenya about to be on this show for a long time because
Long ass time.
that
She
is
just got off.
you know what I'm saying? I'm like, that is one of a kind levels of unhinged.
What's wild is I didn't even start watching RHOA until undergrad, and it was out long before then.
Right.
I
I
think.
started watching it right around that time.
Yeah,
When
I
she
was
like
late as hell.
yeah, when she first started hating Portia was when I started when I was watching it. But we had been watching it for years, but
Yeah.
that's when I really got into it. I remember that episode to this day and us just being like I'm like, Nene better than me because I'd have had to walk away.
and 12. And
I'm going with the Wind, fabulous. Gone with the Wind, fabulous. Like she had a breath.
they got to put that shit on Broadway. But anyway, Candy, don't say I ain't never do nothing for you, girl. Because you know she already producing stuff on Broadway. I'm just giving you ideas at this point.
Legs and hips and body.
Shut up.
Legs and hips and body. Let's get it, girls. Body.
That's it. I'm watching RHOA. As soon as I get off. Fuck this. What is on?
Bye week.
Oh, it's on Peacock? Cool.
Yup.
It's up. It's up. And you know I gotta see the episode. I gotta watch Phaedra. That's my baby.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when she did that exercise video?
Donkey booty.
She was playing too damn much.
I was like, what? I remember as I was again in high school, I was like, what?
Now I know you lying.
I was like, that was the one few times I was like, I'm rooting for Kenya's success on this because I don't trust the Phaedra workout video.
She couldn't do no wrong to me. But she wasn't right with that thing. Baby, that was a scam. Don't do that no more. But okay. So we also right now have the moon in Capricorn. So we're going to be nurturing our ambition and being a whole lot more resourceful. Mercury is currently in Taurus. So we're going to be more focused on grounding our ideas into reality and maximizing our resources once again. So at this point, that's the mood. Like maximize your resources. You have them. Just get creative in naming them. Like Like you got your degrees, you got your skills as a writer, as this and as that. You, girl, you got resources. You just don't know it because you ain't naming them, but you got them. And currently Venus is in Aries. So with Venus in Aries, everybody just flirting. Yeah,
Mm,
we just be flirting. I like flirting. Honestly, it's fun.
it's fun.
Especially when it's on accident. Because honestly, that's the best way for me to flirt. I cannot flirt on purpose. But,
Yeah, I agree. Because you'd be like, what is that?
like, who
Where did
said
that come
that?
from?
Ah. But yeah, it come up naturally. That's how it be for me. The flirting just comes naturally. And so that's why I end up flirting like that.
That's the best kind, though.
Hmm. I'm going to drink because you smoking. We're going to be on the same level. Okay. But yeah, with Venus and Aries, there's just a lot of passionate energy. We just want to flirt. We just want to date. We just want to fuck. Be careful. Be safe. Don't be impulsive. I know Aries is impulsive. Don't do that.
Just sitting up there. Nah!
Think twice. Think 3 times. Shit. Think 4 times if you got to. All right. Well, now let's get into our topic. Are we truly body positive? Are we? Because this is what I think, okay? I think we are accepting of larger bodies as a society at this point, but it's like with an asterisk. Like you still can't have no large midsection, okay?
No.
And you still have to have a perfect curve. Like I still think like it's like they're more body positive, but there's still restrictions.
Yeah. It's like, you can be body positive with an asterisk, is what I like to say.
Hmm.
And also, it's like, I don't, like, I still feel like, depending on what your body type looks like, you can do no right. Like, and then people will dogpile on you depending on what your body type is and what you did.
Yeah. It's like bigger women, I feel like are loved more on the internet. Like in real
Yes.
life, that is not a thing. Like I don't know why people be like, "No, we love y'all now. We like that. We like that now." No, the fuck you don't.
No, you do.
Like the most attention that I get is from like African men or like Caribbean men. American men do not like bigger women. I don't know
No.
why y'all be like
You know what I'm saying?
like what's crazy is like Lizzo, like somebody like Lizzo. She was ridiculed for being bigger. But then she also now she's being ridiculed for her weight loss.
Yes.
Like oh she lost too much weight. It happened too fast. Like no, she just didn't document her process. It really did not happen that fast. So I don't know what the hell y'all talking about.
I remember I saw somebody post, they said, like, how's Lizzo gonna sit there and talk about body positive, but now she wanna lose weight? You gonna have to pick a struggle, stick with something. And I was like, she's not allowed to lose weight? Like, what are you talking about?
What if she wanted to?
Like, it was just so bizarre to me. Like, I was like, seriously? Like, what do you mean she can't lose weight? Like, it was just so weird for somebody to be that upset that another person decided to lose weight. What happened to being big and da 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 da? Like, it was just, that person really was sitting there like, nope. If you gotta be, it's like you get to be one way for the rest of your life.
But
You
what's people's definition of body positivity? Because how does that make her not body positive because she wants to lose weight? It's her body.
you know what I'm saying? And like, body positivity is understanding to me that you are worthy of human decency and respect and dignity, regardless of how your body looks and regardless of wherever you're at. If you want to lose weight, you still are worthy of respect and dignity as much as a skinny person is. And I'm a person, I'm like, you
Yeah,
can be skinny as shit and be unhealthy and be unhealthy. I'm like, heroin addicts
you
are extremely
can,
skinny.
for real.
A
Or
lot of
like
meth
people who are
addicts are
low on
extremely
iron.
skinny.
People who are low on iron, they tend to be skinnier.
Exactly. So it's like, I don't know. I just feel like people are always quick to dogpile on people who are overweight and say it's because, oh, well, you don't take care of yourself. And I'm like, well, it's just like, why? Because they have more weight? But I'm like, you can't see what a skinny person does to themselves out when you're not looking at them.
Yeah. And then people act like you can't wear certain things. Like I know, like, do you remember when I went to that Janelle Monáe concert and I was just in the fishnets? Mostly everybody loved it, but like some people were saying like, oh, like basically saying like it wasn't made for my body type kind of thing. And I was
What's
just
that?
like, I felt good in it, and for me, that was the requirement. I have to feel good in the outfit. If I feel good in the outfit, then the outfit is for me. So if that's not something that you would wear or that you approve of, are you okay?
I, I didn't want to hack too loud on camera.
Oh, I mean, hack away. Like, if you gotta get it out, get it out, please. Don't stop on my behalf. Cause baby, if you keep it in there, that's gonna be a problem. But yeah, and that's another thing about me. I wear clothes based on how I feel about them and how they look on me. I don't really care what somebody else thinks like about my boobs or the way that because to me my boobs are great. I like them.
I like your boobs.
Thank you.
I like your
Like
boobs.
they're great boobs. Have they gotten heavier? Hell yeah. You know, I do sometimes think about getting a reduction, but that's just because I don't like carrying them around. Like I
Yes.
don't think they ugly. I don't think they too big. Like I just think y'all in my back don't agree.
Right. Yeah. And that's the thing though, it's your body, it's your choice. If you want to get a breast reduction because that's what you feels best for you. And I don't know, I think it's just that's what body positive is. It's like it's celebrating the autonomy that we all have over our own body.
Yeah.
And
And you don't know how many dudes done came to me to my don't get it reduced. They look great. This ain't for you.
it's not about you.
And
It's
you
not
ain't
about
gotta
you.
carry this shit around.
I heard a dude say like it was selfish to take that away from her husband when a woman was announcing her breast reduction, and or said that she got a breast reduction, and then the guy was saying like, oh yeah, the guy was like, your future husband has been robbed of something, like you've deprived your future husband. Like I would be pissed if my wife did this, or if my wife did this. I'm just like, so you'd rather your wife be in discomfort and in pain so you can look at a pair of what e-cups, like what I don't understand, like it's so stupid to me.
Very stupid. Just
Like
like
you
them like saying, oh, you're selfish or whatever the fuck because you don't want to breastfeed. And it's like for some women that hurts.
and some women just can't.
That too. You don't always produce enough milk.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know, like I'm always just like, why do people always have to be worried about shit that they like have nothing to, like you have no stake in this.
You're not providing nothing of this. I don't
You
see
know,
you leaking milk out your titties. So
like,
why do you care?
and that's one way that I would tell people to start, like if you want to learn how to like have healthy boundaries, like just start telling yourself, like have a little voice that says this person has no stake in your life, so
Mm-mm.
disregard.
Yeah, it's just stupid. Like I just be like, girl, I'm not even gonna listen to these folks because I know what is good for me. Like
Yeah.
carrying around these boobs is heavy. You know, if it gets better, then it gets better. But as of now, no. Like it's fucking with my back. I walked around with a big ass book bag on my back for however the fuck long because of school. So that didn't help.
Yeah. Yep.
Something gotta give. Like, mm-mm.
I
Because I'm
mean,
not finna have back problems for the rest of my life. You got me fucked up.
exactly. But even outside of even a breast reduction, I remember there was a plus size woman who had on like plus size gym wear, and it was cute. And the
Mm-hmm.
she was a baddie. Like I was like, is she straight? Is she bad? Is she into women? Like, cause she was a baddie. And the pictures were so cute. Like she ate down in the pictures. And I
Mm-hmm.
remember this dude was like, they keep on making clothes to enable being fat, and like he's just like cutting this woman down, and everybody, and like I think I commented, I'm like, is she supposed to wear a potato sack to the gym?
That's what they think.
Like, what the heck is wrong with you people? Like, I'm like, oh my god, like plus size people can't be cute and work out at the same time. Like, good god, like it
That's what they
pisses me.
think.
That's why I was just like, a lot of you just hate fat people
Yeah, they
and don't want to
do.
admit it because it sounds as fucked up as it actually is.
You just don't want fat people to exist. And it's like, what the fuck did they do to you? Like,
Nothing.
ain't nobody took nothing out off your plate. I don't understand. I
You're
remember
bullying our
watching.
healthcare system. We don't even get free healthcare. What are you talking about?
Do you know how many? You know how many doctors done walked into the room and just told me, you know, you need to lose weight, right? It's the biggest problem. Bitch, I got PCOS. And the first time somebody told me was in June of 2020. I was about to graduate in the next semester. That was the first time somebody told me I'm 20. I'm about to be 25. And I keep up with my appointments. I had good insurance. I was still on my dad's insurance. So I get my physicals.
Mm-hmm.
That was the first time somebody came in there and said, you have PCOS. This is why you're gaining weight.
And see, that concerns me because I'm like, when people talk about fat phobia, and I'm like, it's having this weird belief that a person, because of their size, doesn't deserve to be treated with respect and dignity, and doesn't
Mm-hmm.
deserve to be taken seriously. Like, because it's like, okay, and it's like, it's a thing where it's like, I'm like, if all these people who are heavier are telling you the same experience that they're all having, 'cause you're not the only person I've heard where they went to doctor after, you need to lose weight, you need to lose weight, turns out they had a tumor, they had this, they had that,
Mm-hmm.
and it never got caught because no doctor looked outside of their weight, wouldn't even take tests. So
Yeah.
it's a thing where I'm like, a lot. That's why I'm always just like, a lot of you just hate fat people. You just hate them, and then you don't want to admit it and say it out loud because you know that it's as fucked up as it sounds.
Yeah, cause I went to a few of them, and I was on birth control, and like I got off birth control, and that was when all the symptoms started to show themselves, including the weight gain. And so that annoyed me because I'm just like, I just got off this birth control, and you mean to tell me that it's basically been hiding my symptoms?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know that I have this because of the fact that I'm taking a pill that's making me depressed, making me want to hurt myself. But it's good to take it though because it helps me to maintain my weight. Like, girl, the way that a lot of them I don't fuck with them no more.
I
Like
understand. I
if
do.
I go to a new doctor and they're talking about that type of stuff, I don't talk to them anymore. Cause I be moving a lot, so I be having to switch doctors anyway. But now I just be like, if they're talking to me crazy, mm-mm, I don't deal with that. Cause it's not conducive to my health, and I ain't got time.
I get it.
My phone being extra. It's getting on my fucking nerves. Wait, I remember I was watching Bad Girls Club, and I remember Tanisha. You remember? It was from season 2. And
No.
she was Tanisha, I ain't get no sleep because of y'all.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that was season 2. And so she's from New York, but she's Caribbean. She's from New York, but she was living in LA for the Bad Girls Club. And she was like going shopping and stuff like that. It was fucking with her because she couldn't find anything cute, for her size, especially like lingerie, because I think they was about to have a lingerie party. And she was talking to her mom about it. Girl, why her mama talking about, well, don't nobody want to use the whole cloth for, to make the clothes. Like, they just want to use a piece of the cloth. And she's like, I'm talking to you about something that's really fucking with my self-esteem. And you got the nerve to sit up here and, like, try to make me feel
Play with
bad
me like
about it.
that.
Like, but she got a Caribbean mom. And that's what people say about Caribbean moms. They make them feel bad about their weight. And I'm just, ugh. But well, my mama don't do that. But there are people in the family who do that. It ain't my mama.
But somebody, you got an AT or a cousin that always got something to say about everybody weight.
An auntie, a cousin, a grandma, a great aunt. It's that generation above.
Mm-hmm.
That's who it is.
Yep.
The generation, well, the generation like right ahead of us, like our moms, our aunts, not
Yeah.
them.
Gen X.
Their moms and their aunts. That's who it
Yeah, the
is.
silent generation and boomers. They the ones that always got to say something about somebody weight.
Mm-hmm. Like I remember my great aunt stopped by, and like I hadn't seen her in months. Like it was a while. And as soon as I go to give her a hug, she told my girl, you need to lose that weight. I'm like, you just seeing me after how the fuck long? And that's the first thing you got to say to me?
How violent. Okay.
And I'm just like, but you don't want to say shit because they old. Like,
But you are like, you need to get punched, but I ain't gonna say nothing.
girl, it make me so mad. I'm just like, ugh. But watching Tanisha go through that, I was like, this looks very familiar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, no, they just want to take a piece of the cloth. The fuck you mean a piece of the cloth? They get paid to make them kind of clothes. The
I'm just in
hell?
my, again, I'm like, before there was the word crash out.
So, I don't know how you feel about this, but me personally, I don't believe that the internet was the solution for body positivity.
No.
I don't. I
No.
don't believe so. I don't believe it.
No.
I
The
feel like
internet
the
made so much
solution.
shit worse.
They did. They did because of the BBLs and stuff. And mind you, BBLs are not a problem, right? But
Right?
it's like that particular body type is what's being pushed and what's being told like that's what a body is supposed to look like. And so everybody's thinking because their body don't look that way. People are being programmed to think that their bodies are less worthy, less desirable because they don't look that way, even though it's not natural.
Like, even in like GTA roleplay, like every single girl or every single woman character has a BBL in the video game. I'm serious, like, I
I
gotta
didn't
show
know
you. And it's a thing where it's like you said, like there's nothing wrong with it, but I was like, if I wanted to play GTA roleplay and didn't want to have a BBL, would I be the weirdo? Like,
that.
because in the regular Grand Theft Auto game, like it's just everybody, like you got a pretty normal ass, like you got a normal ass, like you are a normal person in that game.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like I was watching Beauty Shop, and when that girl has like that big butt, all the dudes come in to take pictures of it. And I told my
Mm-hmm.
mom, I said, my how have the standards for like what a big booty is changed since then?
Yes.
Because now her ass would have been like, okay, but like compared to what the standard is now,
Girl. I be saying the same thing watching a Trina video. I'm like, at one point, everybody was like, Trina got the biggest ass ever. Like, but looking at it now, I'm like, everything is so distorted.
like, and I'm looking and I'm like, nope. And I have to tell myself, That's just a regular, born with it. you know? But I don't know. But that's why I think the comment of like, y'all wouldn't know what like a normal person looks like anymore. Because it's just what's pushed is so, I don't know.
Yeah. I
But
think I
yeah.
think what would help, like, not the internet. I think what would help is if the fashion hubs and the fashion labels, I think that's what would help. If they would start putting realistic bodies on, for sure. Cause
Yeah.
I I love you, Tyra Banks, but America's Next Top Model definitely contributed.
That show is so unhinged. Like it's disturbingly unhinged.
The fact that people want Takara's body now, and Takara's body was so picked on and picked apart on that show, girl.
She was 100. Who was 150 pounds and they could not stay off. Like I remember, like what was it, Janice Dickinson or whoever the fuck it was. She was pissed about it. Like she could not let it go. But I look at that and I'm like, God, being in the 2000s was rough.
It was.
That
Even
was
like
rough.
as a child, my dream was to be a Dallas Cowboys cheerleader, but they were so strict about weight and whatnot, and the way your body looked. Like midsection was off limit. You better not gain the weight up in there.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. It's just the thing where it's like I don't know. Like that's why I think I love watching like movies from the 2000s because I'm always just reminded like my how far we've come, like or my how that's changed since back then. And
Mm-hmm.
body type is always the thing. Like booty is the one thing that I'm always like, huh, that was a big booty back then.
Mm-hmm. Cause yeah, like with that, like I had everything else they wanted. Like I had the split down. I had the kick line, the dance moves, whatever. I was able to do everything I needed to do, but I couldn't fit into that uniform. I know that. And they don't let it out. You
Yep.
either fit it or you don't.
Yep.
So that was a sad realization for me. So I was like, damn, I want to be that. Like, but some things are blessings in disguise.
Yeah. Honestly, like like you ever think about something where it's like, you think about it and you're like, did I really want to do that?
Because I don't even think they got paid a lot. I remember when I used to look it up. They got paid like what, $75 a game? No, I'm serious. That was back then. I think
I can't even at
went up.
least get paid a 5-figure salary.
They get paid for like their appearances to place because they do more than the game. But yeah, I
How
remember
are we
looking
paying
it up.
bills?
That's what I was wondering. I'm like, where the fuck do y'all stay?
See, being an adult is always like, what is the income? How are we handling our bills?
For real. So history, I'm gonna find it. I don't care because I
I
remember
know
looking
one
it
of
up.
them kicked the shit out of a camera at the Super Bowl. That mess was funny.
Like on purpose.
No, but that cameraman got way too close when they was doing that can kick, and she said clock like that. She did not break form. She said, I bet you I'm finna keep on with this routine the way I practiced it."
Oh, okay. So they make $500 per game, translating to about 75,000 annually, according to NBC Sports Boston. This is higher than the average NFL cheerleading salary of around 22,500. Hmm.
75,000.
Yeah, that ain't
Okay,
bad.
that's not bad. Okay, that's not bad. That's better.
Yeah,
What you had me
I
thinking, I was like, I'm about to
I
be,
forgot.
I'm about to
I
crash
forgot.
out right
I
now.
forgot where I read the 75 per game, but I remember seeing that though. I just don't. Maybe it was wrong, but yeah, they get paid 500 per game, translating to about 75,000 annually. So that's good. You can't stop the rain. You can't stop the rain.
Where you at?
I'm here. You here?
Yeah, I'm just like, why can't I see you?
Oh, it says you're reconnecting. Unless I'm the one that's reconnecting. Cause I can be a freak until the dawn. And we can out through the night till the early morn. This morning I'm gonna take you around the hood on a gangsta
I can't
lean.
see you, but I can hear you.
Oh. See, I can't see you, but I can hear you. What to do?
I'm gonna just.
You wanna just do sound from from for now? Or what you wanna do? This morning I'm gonna take you around the hood
It's not working.
on a gangsta lean. Cause we can all through the night. It's all
I
good
broke
for
it.
me. You broke it.
I broke it. I don't know what's wrong. I can't see you, but I can hear you.
You broke your camera?
No, I'm making a joke that I broke the thing.
Oh. I was like, well, I ain't know how she broke it, y'all. I don't know. That's funny. Okay, well we could just do sound for now.
Okay.
Let's do let's get to our moral of the story.
Okay.
So the moral of the story for me, all right, is one, I'm finna go try for the DCC. But it's cause 75,000 ain't bad. What the fuck? That's more than I make now.
You know what? I support it. Go Taylor.
That's a childhood dream right there. My inner child would smile.
I would be like, oh, I'm watching every Dallas Cowboys game. I'm watching every game to support.
For real. That's what I want out of life. If I could do that, girl, I'd give everything else up. Don't talk to me. Do not talk to me. Okay? No, I'm kidding. I might still rap. But
I'm dead. He said, don't talk to me. Don't talk to me.
it's a lie. I'm lying. But no, my moral of the story is I think body positivity still has a long way to go.
Yes.
Yeah. I think, have we come far? I definitely think we've come a whole lot farther than we were. Because at one point, being anything more than the size 2 was taboo. So,
Woof.
yeah, a time.
A time.
I just remember Tony walking into Joan's house when Tony was pregnant, talking about, I'm getting fat. I need to borrow your clothes. And both of them looked like fucking stick figures. And I said, I know you lying.
Like, I'm trying to tell you, being in the 2000s, when you hear the comments about weight, it really will have you like, oh, we was tripping.
Oh, I'm like, oh, they ain't had no sense, huh?
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I was a size 10, maybe a 12.
Mm-hmm. I used to think it was so bad that I had to wear like a 5 in juniors.
You know what
Like,
I'm saying? Like it may, and then I'm
I
sitting
know.
here like, but if I look, and I'm like, but if I was a 2, I wouldn't look right. Like,
I don't think I would look right skinny at all. Like, I remember having to reevaluate my weight loss goals because I was like, hold up. Hold on. Because I
because
done got used to my face like this.
there's a certain point where it's like, you good, you look sick, like.
Yeah, we don't want to do all that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's like a thing where I'm like, I'm a person where I'm like, I want someone to lose. If they want to lose weight, do it because that's what you want to do. But I want to make sure, but do it safely. Like, if I had a friend who just started like just shedding weight in the worst ways possible, I'd be like, all right, you gonna have to chill. This ain't gonna work.
Yeah. Because what y'all don't be thinking about is when you lose weight like super quick like that. Yep. What the hell is that? Oh, when you lose weight super quick like that, you have like skin flaps.
Yep.
So even when you do lose weight, you still got skin flapping like that, looking crazy. So you might as well just lose it regular.
Looking crazy is insane.
Sorry.
She said, "You look crazy with them skin flaps."
If you don't need them, you know, if you don't have to go through that, you know what
She
I
said,
mean?
"You
Like,
don't have to live that way."
you know,
You don't.
you could
Well,
lose weight and your skin could follow you.
yes, and it is a thing. Like, be very careful. Balance muscle, balance, like, definitely balance a lot of weight training with your cardio. But weight, you can do straight weight training and lose weight, but then that way you kind of can like tighten. And I think that a lot of people, I saw some guy, he decided to just bulk up and into muscle and eat
Mm-hmm.
healthy, and he, instead of having to get skin surgery, he just got super duper jacked.
Yeah. And I would focus more on how I look than the actual numbers on the scale. Because that can be tricky. Because,
Oh yeah.
muscle weighs more than fat. So if you gain more muscle, like, you might gain some weight.
Yes.
But you might look smaller. Like, that's been happening to me a lot. Like, so many people have been telling me, like, oh, you lost weight? Like, girl, I weigh more now than I did when I left Vegas. And I looked bigger when I left Vegas. It's because your girl is gaining muscle.
Yep.
So, that's all I'm saying, y'all. So, what's your moral of the story?
My moral of the story is just, your body belongs to you. That's my moral of the story. Like, always remember, your body belongs to you. Like, I and don't let religious misogyny make you forget that.
Period.
Yeah, I feel like that's the biggest issue. Like, growing up in church is like, you are taught that your body doesn't belong to you, and I think that's one of the most harmful teachings in the church.
It is.
Yeah.
Because it strips you of your autonomy.
Yeah, and I don't believe in the idea of a God not believing in personal bodily autonomy. I just don't.
Yeah. Because why would we have free will if we ain't got autonomy?
Exactly.
So, anyways, it is shot o'clock / toke time. So, I just want to say cheers to all the body types. All of them.
Uh
Big, small, short, tall, in the middle, up the creek. All the places.
huh.
Is you okay?
Yep.
Cassidy, what's wrong?
That's that Jeff Ferrer. Wow.
Oh, my friend, my friend, y'all.
That's a good
He
weed.
funny.
Ooh.
So we gonna say cheers to that. She not taking no more toast. All right. Songs of the week. Let's get into our songs of the week. So my songs of the week are, okay. We got "Win Whammy" by Pluto and YK Nice, and then we got "Burning Blue" by Mariah the Scientist.
Nice.
So,
Mine would be Peekaboo by Kendrick Lamar
and period.
and Kehlani Remix. I will text you his name is Jordan, but I don't want to butcher his last name.
That's funny.
But you fly just like Kehlani is. Just like Kehlani is.
Okay, so it's called Kehlani Remix.
Mm-hmm.
All right, by Jordan.
That's
What a
funny.
weird name. What a weird name to have.
I'm like, that's funny. It just dawned on me. I'm like, oh, that's hilarious. Wow. How old?
Okay. To the person who sing this song, this joke ain't about you.
This ain't about you. It has nothing to do with you, man. You did a great job. It's nothing to do with you. This is the inside joke of all inside jokes. He is not
Weird.
capable of making a wonderful song that way. I'm
He's
just
not. He ain't.
no.
You know what's so therapeutic though? Calling him every name other than his, like kind of like
Yeah.
how Tony did Jabari. That's what I be doing.
Jabubu, Jimboree, Jungle
Like
Jim.
look at JB and dumbass over there. Like that be me.
Look at Jamiroquai.
Right? Yeah. Like look at Jamarcus.
You know my ancient man name is always like go to like for hypotheticals Quan. Quan! Quan!
Look at Jaquan stupid ass over there.
Quan, stupid ass. I know 6ix9ine is terrible, but I'm sorry, that video is stupid. I'm not gonna let you get the chance.
Yeah. Anyways, well, what a weird name to have. Anyways, so let's get to our quotes. My quote is "Waiting is too close to death," and that is by Pierre Alex GT.
I like that. Mine is be the love that you never received, and that is an anonymous quote.
Ooh. Okay. All right, that one there.
Be the love you never
Yeah.
received. Oh, there we go. Now it works. Only took 10 minutes.
Damn. So why you want to come back after we finish roasting his ass?
That part.
Your camera messy, but I'm finna go listen to Plan B by Megan Thee Stallion right now.
Stop it.
Dear fuck nigga.
I loved his because I just love the way she starts the song. I just want to kick this shit off by saying, fuck y'all.
Fuck y'all.
I was like, okay, Tupac Keisha. I was like, oh, we're starting off like that. Okay, Megan.
Like,
All
oh,
right.
what a mood. We like the mood.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, it like took me. I'm like, am I listening to Hit 'Em Up or Hiss? What's going on here?
A little bit of both.
You know what I'm saying? I just want to kick this shit. Like she said, I want to kick this shit off. Like I don't want to start off. I'm just gonna kick this by saying fuck
I just
y'all.
want to kick this shit off by saying fuck y'all.
I ain't gotta explain the
I ain't got to
motherfucking
explain the
thing.
motherfucking thing.
Anytime I get mentioned, I just remember I was like, oh, we're doing this. Okay. I was like, oh, she about to go off.
I was here for it.
I
Listen.
was too. I know.
Girl, so do you believe, because some people is saying that they don't believe that what's his face was stabbed in prison.
Well, this is my thing. I'm so tired of this case. Keep on with conspiracies. He shot her. And I'm so tired of the bodyguard now, Kelsey shot her. But they said he wasn't even there that night. I'm just like, would
So
y'all
why he
let...
talking?
And I'm just like, let it die. Let it die.
Give it up, Delicious. Like
Like,
he's
give it up, Delicious. Enough. He shot, like Hassan said, if you shoot somebody in the foot, if you shoot somebody and they live, you're screwed.
yeah.
Your Honor, she fucked the whole squad though.
Like give it up. Like I
Give it
just
up. It's over. He's convicted. I don't care anymore. I'm just like, can we just root for Meg and stop?
but I just thought that was so weird. Like, oh, he got stabbed in prison and now like Kelsey's bodyguard says she did it. Like, girl, you could have at least tried to make it look real.
I'm just in my head like, oh my gosh, all of this conspiracy over over someone shooting a woman in the foot. Like Hassan Piker said, if you shoot someone in the foot and they live, you're screwed because they can point to you as an eyewitness. You shot me.
Stupid. Just stupid.
And if they found out, and I'm trying to tell you, if he didn't shoot her, they would have figured it out. Like I don't think
Like,
people
girl,
like I don't think people understand how hard it is to get one over on like investigators.
do you know how thorough forensics is?
Do you know what I'm
Girl,
saying? Like all these conspiracy theories, and I'm like, I don't think y'all understand how thorough forensic science is and how thorough people investigate. There's a reason why they found out quickly that Jussie Smollett lied. If Megan lied, don't you think investigators would have figured that out? Like, I don't understand why they think a police department cares that much about Tory Lanez.
mm-mm, they don't. And I watch way too much SVU to believe the forensics is fake. Let me tell you something.
You know what
They
I'm saying? Like, I'm just like so irritated that they think that any like a state government would be that against one person. It's just weird to me. Like, it's a thing where it's like he shot her. Can we move on? And if he got stabbed, okay, well, he's in prison. It happens. Fight back.
yeah. I feel like Riley, like, listen, yes, the government has conspired to put black men away on fallacious charges, but Tory Lanez is not one of those men.
No, that's Huey. That's Huey.
But
Huey
Huey,
would have.
yeah,
Riley would have been riding for Tory Lanez. Huey would have been the
yeah,
one like
yeah. So
he shot her in the
Huey
foot.
said that.
Riley would have definitely been riding for Tory Lanez, but Huey would have been like, "No, y'all, this is not one of those men we need to be riding at dawn for."
Yeah, he was like, R. Kelly is not one of those men.
He needed to get some counseling, and I'm like, I hate how well that episode aged because it aged so well.
And what's so stupid is like that case, man. That particular case, the fact that that case did not end with the results that are now manifesting, you know, with him being in jail and shit. I'm like, that's so crazy. Y'all could have saved so many victims
It took too
by putting
long.
that nigga in jail.
It took too long. It's a thing where it's like, even with Jeff Epstein, it's like what they did with him. And I'm like, that man had a temple on a private island. Like, every time I see pictures of it, I'm like, I don't want to know what heinous actions happened inside of that little building. I don't want to know.
Where's the list?
You know what I'm saying? Where's the list? That's my
We
thing,
we
too.
were supposed to get the list a while ago. Where's the
Where's the
list?
list? Because I'm sorry, and people always be like, well, what if Democrats are involved? I'm like, I want everybody to go to jail. I don't care where you align. If you're
I
a
don't give a
hardcore
fuck.
progressive like me and you're on the list, you need to go to jail.
I don't give a fuck who it is.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't give a crap. Once you start messing with kids and taking away consent, you need to go to jail. Jail. Right to
And
jail.
kids can't consent. So
Kids can't consent. So again, jail. Jail. Right to jail. Right away.
bye. Like,
There are few
where's that?
non-negotiables in life. There are few
I want the
non-negotiables.
list.
Huh?
I said I want the list. That's what I want.
I'm trying to tell y'all, I'm like, there are very few, like, one thing I can tell young people, there are very few non-negotiables in life, and that's one of them.
Fucking with kids? No, you done.
There's no. Well, in olden days, we ain't in olden days. We in right
Yeah, they
now.
got nothing with us.
And right now, we said no.
Them olden days is old as fuck.
Them olden days is old. They gone. We here. No.
So yeah,
Gone
bye.
somewhere. We now know that they was wrong back in the olden days. In the olden days, they were wrong.
And
We
stupid.
learned you shouldn't do that.
Like in the olden days, they thought it was cool to take a shower every 3 days.
In the olden days, they thought it was okay to own black people. So also I'm like, well, I don't care about back in the day. It's a lot of stuff that was okay back in the day that we understand is not okay now.
It ain't.
They used to have lead in makeup. We figured out we probably shouldn't do that.
There was lead in makeup.
What was one of those kings? I think King James. One of them was completely insane because the powder that he had on had lead in it. They had like lead makeup, or like there was stuff in like their lead in their powder and stuff. Like there were people. They had stuff in their like products that was killing them.
I'm so glad it took so long for me to start wearing makeup. I still don't even wear it regularly.
They had leaded gasoline. That's why it's so important to say unleaded, because lead gasoline is a thing. A lot of why some of our older people don't know how to act. Lead paint, like I'm trying to tell you, like there's a reason why it's like we don't always need to go back to the olden days, because some of that stuff like killed people.
For real.
Like I
The
don't
only
want.
thing they got right back then was the witches. The witches was lit.
Yeah, I'm like I don't want to be nowhere pre penicillin. Anywhere where a paper cut can end in a casket, I don't want to be.
All right, baby, you got syphilis and died? Damn.
Syphilis, you literally got a scrape hunting and cut your leg open. It's over. An infection by
Ain't
we
no
had a
having them
president, he
4,000
died from
babies.
cholera. Don't nobody get cholera no more.
Ain't no having them 4,000 babies because you died during the first one.
Right. And the baby probably died too, if we're being honest.
Hello.
Did you see Sinners?
I seen it twice.
I was like, oh, she just left.
Why my phone acting like this? You see me?
Hello?
I don't know what's going on. Hello? Yeah, it should be fine. Stevie Wonder. I'm a dog, they don't root for me in public.
All right, they telling us to wrap it up. Drink your wine, smoke your weed. Taylor say the same thing. We got this.
Wanna get lost when you don't chase it. Oh,
Be good
chase
to yourself.
it. What you looking at me for? Should be looking at bankroll. Wanna get lost when you don't chase it. What's going on? Let me see. LMAO, just wrap it up. Oh, okay. All right. Cassie said just wrap it up, girl. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just say y'all straight up. Drink your wine, smoke your weed, drink your water, read your books, love each other, be kind, be safe. All right. And if nothing else, be fabulous. Shit. All right. Bye, y'all. Wait, let's go to this one. I get lost when you don't chase it. Oh, chase it. Recording. It is not recording. Don't be lying.